Monday night raw football time. Not a fan. How you doing tonight? OTAs is underway. You're getting ready to get some real butt now. Well, I know. They're still wearing shorts and T-shirts. Nothing we prove about. I go through this argument every year because I get overly excited way too soon. So, it's like I'm just delighted they're out there working out because that means it's just a little while away before. Bam! Touchdown, Niners! So, excuse me if I get a little carried away. The headlines. Well, of course the headlines. 49ers are in camp and they're running drills 7 on 7, 11 on 11. Hey, that rhymes, huh? Kind of like that. I know, right? Yeah. You already heard about Ruben, huh? You know what? Let's not get started with Ruben because, boy, organized team activity began today. And I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at who is it that we're going to be watching now. You know you're going to be watching Jimmy G. But there's lots of other guys, too. And there's reasons for watching Jimmy G. It's not a favoritism thing. It's just because Jimmy G is the franchise. And without the franchise, we've already proven last year we're not going to beat anybody. The franchise is back. And there's a lot of other guys that are back. We've added some other pieces. But in camp, what is it going to look like? Who's going to step up? Who's going to be that standout? Everybody says, whoa, that boy's coming to play. That's the organized team activities, otherwise known as OTAs, began today. And these are the practices that I mentioned that offer a first look at what is believed by most to be the most promising roster battle since Coach Kyle Shanahan's 3 years got underway here in Santa Clara. And, I gotta look at the top. Go to the top of the list. Is Jimmy G's knee okay? Everybody's gonna be wondering because this is all people are gonna talk about until opening day when it comes to reports about Jimmy Garoppolo's knee rehabilitation. And more of the same is coming every week and every month until it finally becomes unnecessary, and people are gonna finally say, "I don't see any limp. He's running around." That's a pretty good deep shot downfield. I guess he's working on his deep ball. It's going to take a while for people to understand. Guys, you can leave him alone now. He's been healing up for a long time. He's fine, okay? So by opening day, which would be just almost a year since the nasty incident took place, he should probably be fine. And they're going to bring him. Anyway, tomorrow the media is going to be allowed to enter the first chance to see Garoppolo throw, and we won't have to be sidestepping. He won't have to be sidestepping, should I say. Jimmy's not going to have to get out of the way of that mad dash pass rush. Boy, I tell you. See, because he won't have to, as long as he's not sidestepping doing anything crazy right now, you can figure that the rehab will continue to be okay. So this will be the first time since he's been seen throwing a football since his September 23rd injury at KC. Assuming the 49ers let him toss the ball in some drills while Nick Mullins and C.J. Beathard, as you know, they're going to be working on him 11 on 11 actions. Boy, that boy's going to be working hard, too. That's going to be the battle to watch because we already know Jimmy's going to take his position, and that's pretty much a given. There's a few guys in the camp that don't have to compete. They got their spot. But can you see C.J.? That's the game. That's the one to watch because C.J. may have more juice in it than we think. He may fight harder than we imagine. But we already know Nick is coming out there with his teeth grit, looking around like he's going to bite somebody. That dude is intense, man. I love him. And will Dante Pettis emerge? This is year 2. Will he be the star it looks like he could possibly be? Will he fall into place behind George Kittle's second year? George worked very, very hard. Does Pettis have that same work ethic? Will he bring out the best of his potential? Will we see it on the field? He's got better quarterbacks this year than he did. It's been a few months since the 49ers front office advertised their desire for Pettis to break out, as I mentioned in that second season, the way tight end George Kittle did last year. Pettis has room to improve and showed some mad skills as a rookie starting just 7 games. That boy had 1,000 yards written all over his rookie season and he could have stayed on the field. Pettis played 7 games, produced 27 catches, 467 yards. Pettis is the greatest rookie starter. Pettis he's the first rookie to beat T.O. Jerry everybody. He is the best in 49er history rookie season-wise as far as stats and TDs. This boy is His potential is off the hook, but can he continue to bring it? Does he have the mental attitude to be, you know what, he almost maybe need, fam, I hate to say it, but you know what? Dante needs to grab a little divitude. I don't want him to get like Antonio Brown or Odell Beckham Jr. or even Michael Crabtree for that matter. But I do want him to get a load of himself, all right? Start to believe that you're the absolute shiznit, all right? Believe it to some degree. Don't get carried away with that so that you walk around the locker room getting on people's nerves, but believe, Dante Pettis, you are strangely better than the rest, man. The things you do, few people can do. Seen that last year and I didn't believe it. I want to see it again this year. Going downfield. Dante going away to defeat him. What the hell's the where the hell's the defender going? What made him do that? It's Pettis. And you see it more than one time, it's him. It's him. I don't know what he does, but he does it well. So, but you know what that's going to do, too? Pettis ain't going to get nothing handed to him, though. So he's got to earn them chances again like everybody else. But here's the thing. 49ers will also be turning up the heat on Keys, Goodwin, Kendrick Bourne, and Trent Taylor. Deebo Samuel and Jalen Hurd, this year's second and third round picks, most likely do not plan on sitting down on no bench. Just because they came in as rookies, they don't play that. And why would they? So, it's gonna be interesting. Because Keys is the most. Here's the thing about Keys. You've already heard about he's gonna be put into a specialty role, right? Does he feel okay with that? All right, I don't think so. What we see from Marquise Goodwin, he has an ego, huge. It's subtle in the way he presents it, but Marquise is not going to sit back and just accept that. So I'm sure these guys are going to make those guys. You guys go put me in a specialty position. You have to come take it from me, man, because I ain't giving up nothing. I can just see him now, man. That's hey, fantasy football. Remember Carlos Hyde used to be a fantasy football guy, and people would pick him up? You talk about the 49ers having fantasy football team. We may have the deepest running back room in the league, man. I'm looking at we're well stocked. Snaps in the beginning are going to be figured to be divided up kind of equally right now, right? Because everybody's got to get started out there. Who will look most capable of earning the biggest workload, though? In September versus Tampa Bay, it's going to be the question. Shanahan loves to have these choices. Jerick McKinnon is probably going to be brought along slow, played into action until he comes, as he comes off this knee construction. Tevin Coleman, his addition and reunion with Shanahan, his former Atlanta Falcons coach, is especially intriguing in this role. Here's the thing. If Tevin comes in and dominates immediately, and I've been arguing with people, I know what you're saying. Ronbo, that's not what you said to me. I said Coach Kyle Shanahan did not go get Jerick McKinnon and overpay him just so y'all can trade him. He had a reason to get him. I'm serious about that, and I ain't leaning back on that. What I'm saying is this. Jerick, maybe because this setback, may have to take it slowly than even he wants. And Shanahan's not going to take any chances on him because Jerick McKinnon has a skill in Shanahan's mind that is special. And he's going to use him in ways that we have no idea about. This is why I say I ain't trading Jerick McKinnon, and I want to see what he looks like. In spite of all that. They're going to trade McKinnon, man. They're going to just keep Tevin Coleman and let Matty Bree and Matt and Rostar back them up. I ain't hearing it. Anyway, boy, I tell you, Matt Braden and Raheem Mostert are hungry to prove themselves as well because you already know about Matty B. I told you about how much I love the way Matty B. If I had a textbook training film of how to run the stretch run, I'm talking Matty B. I'm not talking about Devontae, anybody else. I'm talking about Matty B. I love the way he puts that foot down. Boom! He just has that. You know how Le'Veon can do that to it? You ever watch Le'Veon run, right? All of a sudden you see his bend and he just finds the right crease, and it takes a minute for him to get him. I'm not trying to overrate him. I'm just trying to tell you, man, I do love to watch Matty Brader run that football. Oh, And the new and improved pass rush. Unquestionably, the biggest offseason moves came in the 49ers' most needed department, pass rush. The OTAs will begin to unveil how intimidating Ding Ford, Nick Bosa look on the edges, bookends, DeForest Buckner, Eric Armstead, and Solomon Thomas. All them first-round picks on the field. There's no missing first-round picks now. Yeah, my pass rushers, my outside, all my guys on the outside, those are number one pass rushers. That's number one picks. My guys on the inside, that's three. Oh, my God, we're the one. We got number ones on that frontline defense. Oh, God. Even Jimmy G has noticed that new muscular defensive look. Garoppolo said earlier this month, it'll be interesting in practice, but it'll be a good practice. Seeing those guys every day, Defoe and those guys up front. You can see how Jimmy's voice is probably shaking when he's saying it. It's an impressive group, and it will lead to good competition. Oh, Jimmy, I just hope they make sure they can see that dark vest. Because if them dudes come in there hunting for bear, the offensive line, I'm more worried about them than anything else. I mean, we need, boy. But here's the thing about that defensive rush and that pass and that offensive line. When they get through dealing with our defensive rush, everybody else is going to seem like a joke. Seriously. I'm trying to think of another defensive line in the NFL that's this massive across the front and this talented. I mean, I'm talking, as I said, first-round picks from left to right all the way across the field most of the time. But, hey, there's going to be some guys coming in for competition, too. Aside from the top dogs, there's going to be battles between Ronnie Blair, Condavious Street, Julian Taylor, Sheldon Day, Cedric Thornton's in the mix. Man, I can't tell you what, I can't wait. You know, and people are saying, there's still doubters out there. There's still people believe we should get used to losing. We're not going to win anything. You know, they're going on and on. Dude, have you noticed this team has changed? There's no reason to accept defeat before you even play, especially with a team like getting stacked up now. This ain't the Chip Kelly and Jim Tom Sula team. Come on, give me a break with that. Hey, cornerstone cornerbacks, though. 49ers secondary could look vastly different a year from now. Everyone seemingly is on a one-year tryout. So, you know, and you know, that's probably the way it should be in that secondary. And we're talking about young players, too. They got to prove their worth. Veterans showing they're healthy enough to make a play. You know, and we had not one interception last year. How embarrassing, right? Not one interception. Well, you know, okay. By cornerback. Well, wait a minute. Wait. No. We almost had one. Yeah. No INTs, fam. Even every defensive back should benefit, though, from an improved pass rush, so that excuse is off the boards. A healthy Richard Sherman, and we know he is definitely much better. I didn't even know he's as bad a shape as he was last year, actually. That should bode well on the left side. As for the right side, Jason Verrett is the leading candidate to start, even though we acknowledged last week on Sirius NFL and Sirius XM NFL radio that he considered retiring before the 49ers asked for him to come on out and hey, come on. Jared, Jason, come on, man. You can do this, all right? Kello Witherspoon is looking to get over his sophomore slump. Tavares Moore is 1 year into his conversion from safety. Intercepting a Garoppolo pass could do wonders for any cornerback. It's going to be tough, boy, for them. That secondary's got some. If Verrett stays healthy, he wins. As far as I'm concerned, Richard Sherman may not be better than Verrett, not in his prime. I mean, Richard Sherman in his prime was probably better than, equal to Verrett, at least, but Verrett's a bad mofo, okay? I mean, watch some footage on him when you can. If your man plans on getting away from Verrett, you're going to have to slap him down. He ain't going to be able to just run off and leave him. And as far as coverage and being in your shoes and in your shirt, all over you like a suit, that's Verrett. That's why, if he's healthy, good night. That pass rush, Verrett and Sherman. Jimmy! No Tracy. Ronbo, don't start it, man. NFC West Nemesis. What's up, fam? Appreciate you. For the contribution, since we focus a lot on our wide receivers this year, from draft to coaching staff, good D to offensive TDs. This team is so impressive right now. I can't wait. This year I'm really pumped because I know we got something now. Before I was thinking, well, you're not gonna say. Jerick Fresh, what's up? He says, Ronbo Sports, no CP time today, sir. Let's start 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go. Sorry about being late again, fam. I can't even tell you what I was doing. It's embarrassing. Local 49ers fan, cheeked up bunch. Salvador Barisca had to bring it up, didn't he? There's Reuben Foster. They said it was a first snap. Oh! And they say there may be artery damage. Reuben, man, I don't know, man. He's not living right. How's all that bad luck? Pedro Flores says, I miss Red and Gold Radio, 7 p.m. Man, I'm trying to find a way to figure out where we can put that in a day. Let me get back to you on that one. Alexi Beltran, my wife is a big 49er fan like me. Can't we get a holla? Alexi Beltran and wifey. You actually act silly. I'm always ready for that. Anthony Beck, what's up? Always into the show from Memphis, Tennessee. Anthony, appreciate you, Anthony. What's up, fam? Tennessee, go Bay Area Niners. Rod Manhammer, what's up, Rod? Roger Villanova, what's up? 4-9 for Live Red and Gold. What's up, fam? Empire Strikes Back, 49ers. What up, faithful fam? I'm Kenny Powers. How you doing, my friend? Hey, Kenny. And T-Red, okay, Rumble, I see you, baby blood. Niner Empire built brick by brick. 49ers 808. Shout out Ronbo to the 808 state. 808! Rodney Cards, what's up? Memphis and checking in. Let's go Niners. What's up, Empire? Rodney, got to call in here, man. You've been checking in from Memphis, Tennessee. We want to hear from you, too, as soon as you get a chance, huh? All right. Should I slap on the phones and say things like, Sean the Jeweler? What's up, Sean?
What's up, man? How are we feeling this season?
Sean, man,
how are we feeling?
They shouldn't have never told me they opened up camp, man. I can't relax. I'm running around tripping, daydreaming, visualizing. I mean, I'm imagining everything. What are you feeling like here? Who you be watching the camp for this year, John? Because, there's so many people. Everybody's got their favorites. Who you suspect you need to keep an eye on?
I want to keep an eye on guys who are going to be playing the nickel. For the simple fact that our front's going to be so ferocious. The teams that we're playing, they're going to want to get rid of the ball quick.
Short game.
So we're gonna, yeah, exactly. So that guy who's going to be playing nickel is very important. Not to say that it wasn't important before, but now it's yes, man. It's going to be a serious thing.
Who you want to put in there? Because DJ Reed looked awfully good. He looked better there than he did at free safety. Yeah. If Cole beats out Jimmy, there's Jimmy J-Dub back in the slot. What do you think? Oh, K1.
Here's the thing with K1. I get it. Some people are happy with K1 in certain circumstances, but ever since Dante Hittner got on KNBR and talking about K1 Williams is the best slot corner in the game, he just fell off the map. Do you remember that conversation when Dante Hittner got on there and he was talking about how K1 is the best slot guy in the game? After that, it seemed like K1 really couldn't do much, So as long as Dante Hittner can keep his mouth shut, I think K1 might be all right. He got the hyping him up, and then yeah. Hey, did you hear about Reuben Foster? Obviously, you did.
I hated to laugh, Sean. I really felt bad. First thing I read, I went. Here's
the funny part. Here's the funny part. You got to hear this. When he went down and tore his ACL, right? When he went down, he went down grabbing his shoulder.
Sean, you wrote that material yourself. Come on, man, that's too crazy, man.
He went down grabbing his shoulder. Oh man, the
Oh
famous
man, that's
Ruben Foster
cold.
shoulder grab.
Oh God,
Well,
wasn't
man,
ready
but
for that.
yeah,
God.
yeah, but it's true. It's true. But hey, man,
Ruben
but
ain't, he ain't living
I'm gonna
right.
keep it short. Yeah, no, man, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, man. I just want to really jump on here, man, and just tell you that we all appreciate what you do and all the callers. I even appreciate all the callers, man, because
Thanks,
they
Sean.
take time out of their day and they take time out of their day to
True.
make sure they can have a voice, but you give them the platform to have that voice. So it's a great thing, man. But I'm gonna jump off here. I have to get off short. I just realized I got some things I got to do. I can't chat for long, but just appreciate you, man. Keep it going. Keep it rolling.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you, fam.
All
You
right,
go ahead
brother.
and have a great
All right.
evening too, huh? Talk to you later.
You too, man. Yes, sir.
Oh man, I gotta retell Sean's joke, man. I mean, I wasn't even ready for that. I didn't expect that. Oh, Foster goes down. It looks like it may be that shoulder. Wait. Oh, looks like now it may be the leg. I know, right? I ain't right. Sean ain't right for telling a joke. We got no business laughing at nobody, suffering the kind. Ruben's life has really just turned to crap since he first came into the NFL. I gotta feel sorry for him. Oh, hey, Alex Beltran, Connecticut. Oh, Alex in Connecticut. All right, I love it. What's up, Alex? Oh, Lexi. I'm sorry, Alexi Beltran. Let me get that I in there. It's important. There's a difference between Alexi and Alex. And do what you do, 88. What up, Ronbo? Harold in the house. What's up, Harold? Stack bundles. Some of the creativity in these names just goes beyond belief. It's just incredible. Debo is the new 49ers star. Keeping an eye on Debo. A lot of people will be keeping an eye on Debo. He's one of the guys to watch besides Jimmy G for sure. All right. So we got K'Wan Williams all so far. In the slot coverage meeting, Sean points out something very, very seriously true. Because here's the thing. Man, ain't nobody going to be running around there looking downfield with that 49ers front line coming at him. How long is it going to take your guy to run a deep route? He better be down there in 1.5 seconds. So that means that midfield game and the running game is going to be the biggest emphasis against the 49ers this year. Now, if you throw the ball downfield anyway, you've already got to deal with Sherman and Verrett. This is not a good thing. Sean's absolutely right. That midfield is going to be the busiest part in any game versus every team we play this year. Have we got adequate people to go in there? As I said, DJ Reed looked good in there last year. If Colbert can hang out or hold down the free safety position, it could be Jimmy versus K1 versus DJ. All right? Muddy, though. Niners have weapons now on offense of plenty. I mean, the offense is ridiculous. Frost was, you can't put vowels and consonants in this fashion. Frost, WSA. 49ers running backs have no star power, superstar skill level. They will be by committee. I beg to be different. I still think Matty B could be one of the league's elite running backs. What we seen from him was ridiculous last year. I will put Matty B, as far as running backs from the tackles, put D in the top 5. I got no shame in saying it either. Gee stays healthy, he could run off and leave the league. Remember, the first 3 weeks, Matty B was the best running back in the NFL. Hank Moody, how you feel on Ruben getting hurt? Don't ask me this question. It'll be a lot harder trying to find a good job this late in the offseason if we still had him, don't you think? Oh, God, yes. Ruben is going to have trouble coming back from that injury. That sounds really... They said there's artery damage potentially. Oh. Cyrus Crane, what up, Empire? What up? I believe Jerick McKinnon will be okay, especially for what we want him to do. I just want Jerick McKinnon to get out in space, get him that ball, get that poor linebacker standing there saying things like, uh-oh. Oh... Coach, take me out, man. They watching me. Damian Lee, outside of Bosa and Ford, who is left at the defensive end is good. Yet remains to be seen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's in camp that would be considered of their level. So we'll see about that. A muddy, though. Touchdown, Niners! You know, I really want to see though coming off the edge. I want to see him one more time. I don't know you do. I know you're gonna get mad about this, but I want to see I want to see about 2 or 3 guys, including Contavious Street and Eric Armstead. I don't want to see Solomon Thomas out there again. But when you got an edge coming off of one side like D Ford, or even if D Ford sits down, if you got Bosa coming off the other side, it creates an imbalance up front. And the offensive line has to shift. If you get Eric Armstead or Contavious Street or some of the other guys we got one-on-one and a tight end, he's meat. I'm telling you right now, don't be surprised of what you see next. Dre! Come on in here, Dre! Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I wish we had some other guys with prospects. The 49ers, we didn't really. There's no guy that there's no unknowns in camp coming off the edge. But we're going to find out soon. James, hey, Dre, you there? Oh, yeah, James. I mean, Dre. I'm reading one name and seeing another. Good. All right, we go back to Dre. All right. James, come on in here, James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? How you doing, man?
James, I'm just getting all worked up because this team is looking so good. James, in the past, I think I had my fingers crossed and I was hoping players would do better than they was going to do. James, I ain't even got to worry about this year. The guys we're talking about now are legit bona fide assassins. I look at my edges and I know that's where it all starts. I got the push complete from the outside. I got the push coming up the middle. I got Pro Bowlers in my corners. All I got to do is keep them standing up. But you know what, James? Did you hear what Sean just said about that midfield game? And I believe you alluded to it the other day, too. People ain't going to be trying to throw the ball deep on the 49ers. That's suicide. Now they're going to try to work the middle of the field. Okay. What are we going to do? Who are you going to be watching closely this year in OTAs?
Well, I'm going to tell you, actually, in OTAs, I got a good feeling, man, that, it's some players that, that we've had the last 2 years. Like, I'm really wanting to see with them letting Dakota Watson go. I think that if Peter Tamapino gets enough playing time, somebody might be in trouble like Elijah Lee, man. I'm dead serious because Tamapino is a raw talent that, because of Dakota Watson, he couldn't get on the field. But when he was on the field, I mean, even coming off that edge, he reminds me, believe it or not, he reminded me of a young James Harrison, man, when he first went to the Steelers, and just how aggressive he was coming off the edge, playing like that outside will linebacker. But right now, it's just it's just it's going to be a whole lot of battles in camp because we've got a list. We've got a long list of some very talented players that are hungry right now. And the thing about it, this team, we were not a desperate team that had 9 or 10 positions that we were lacking because we were still able to hang in there and play ball games, but we just couldn't finish because either our back end was getting exhausted out, where they just, they were sucking wind, and you have to watch that. If you're sitting there and you don't have a defense that's creating a pass rush,
And we
quarterback, and we didn't, and a quarterback knows, just keep them sucking wind. Okay, when they go to the Gatorade cooler, they can't even pull water out of the cooler. That's how tired they are. And I'm gonna keep on just sailing it right on out there. And we just we couldn't finish because the front end couldn't really put enough pressure on quarterbacks. Well, guess what? That was yesterday.
Days are over.
That was all in 2018 when those things were happening. But 2019, it's a new day, it's a new time. And here's what I can say. I have yet to see a quarterback that we play against that, I'm gonna tell you something. Some people have said, a few times, we may have to be worried a little bit about somebody like Kyler Murray. Let me tell you something. It's kind of like in the Equalizer 1 when the guy being the Russian guy being Kyler Murray and we being Denzel Washington. It's simple.
Put about
They need to
17
be
moves on
worried
it within
about
a
us.
split second.
No. I'm saying no. When Denzel was telling him what was going to happen, he said, "The question is, I'm not fair to you. The question is, you better be fair to me."
I
Right
like it.
now,
He tells great
yeah,
lines.
that's exactly right. And the defense we got right now, I mean, on paper, I think it's going to all come together. I do believe. See, there's a lot of pluses in what they did in free agency as well as in the draft. I was excited. I was a fan of Josh Allen.
Mm,
I was also a fan of Nick Bosa at one time. I know we couldn't get them both unless they
mm,
wanted to do some miraculous trade. But at
mm-hmm.
the end of the day, I'm glad who we got because every time I turn on the tape of Greenlaw and I see Dre Greenlaw being put in that Sam linebacker position, he just takes that whole part of a field away from a quarterback, man.
He's a run and
Now you
chase
got
guy. Yeah.
now you got Richard Sherman on the opposite end, on the back end, that quarterbacks don't want to throw into that direction of the field.
Can't do it. Better not
Can't
do
do
it.
it with
Don't
with
do it.
Sherman out there, and then possibly somebody like either Marcel Harris or whoever it may be over the top, playing over the top for him, and it just it's going to be a quarterback is going to have to sit there when he walks out of the huddle and say to himself, excuse me, who do I watch more? 99, 55, or 97? Okay. And then 94 in the middle or either 91. Okay. Who are you going to double team out of that pack of players? Because they're all first rounders. Every one of them are first rounders. So now at the end, I don't know if D Ford was a first rounder or not,
He
but
was.
yes, he was. He was. He
Mm-hmm.
was. He was a
Mm-hmm.
first rounder
I
as
tell you,
well.
left to right,
And
first round.
left to right.
Depends on who the
And then
starters are.
now, yeah, and then now we've got these hybrid stack linebackers where two of them are off the ball linebackers, which are great linebackers, and then one of them has got phenomenal coverage skills, to whereas the other one is phenomenal at penetrating the offensive line and blowing up the plays
Mm.
and going so aggressively at the quarterback to whereas he's being very disruptive. That's what we need to see. That's what we're going
And
to
we
see this
will.
week by the grace of God.
Oh,
You
I
know,
can't wait. It's going to sound like car crashes out there.
you
Bam!
know
Oh!
what?
I hope they got a
You know
second
what,
string
Ronbo?
quarterback.
I could actually see us at the end of the game, probably, I'd say in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Start the fourth quarter, we're sitting there with like 680 yards of offense. Still got
From being on the field. Offense is tired from being on the field all day.
they over there. They over there. They got everybody out there. They got CJ out there. CJ out there leading the huddle because ain't no need having the starters out there, man.
Wore
You know what I'm
Jimmy
saying?
and Nick out. James,
Yeah,
we got to
they
stop here
have.
though. Jimmy,
Yeah,
let me
man.
let me look. You know what? OTAs ain't no tell. I may be back all week long. Let's see what happens tomorrow. All right.
All right, man. Thank you
All
for
right,
what you
man.
do. Niner Empire, Niner for life. You know how we ended. Have a great evening. Be blessed. Thank you for the platform that you provide for all
Thank you,
49.
James.
Yeah.
Thank
Appreciate you, fam. All right, James.
you. All right, take care.
Oh, God. Who is that? Is that Dre? Dre, come on in there, Dre. We're looking for you a minute ago.
Man, I have to use the restroom, man.
Oh, I
I
know how
didn't
that
take the good
goes.
old phone.
Oh, everything
Yes, sir.
stops. Dre,
Yes,
have you
sir,
ever?
man.
Dre, let me ask you a question though. Have you ever remember coming out of a game and you know that long walk across the yard before you get to your car, and the bathroom is like a few minutes behind you? I
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
I tell you, the day did happen where I just went ahead in all that crowd because you know how you be doing too many brewskis in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. I've tried to find a
Yeah,
blank
man, I
spot, but I could have got arrested.
Yeah, brother, you said you had to find you a quick cubbyhole corner real quick. It's Drain the Lizard, huh?
I couldn't dig a latrine or nothing. Oh my God! And when you're drunk, you can
I
get
ain't
real
mad at
stupid.
you.
Oh
I ain't
God!
mad at you, man. Yeah, man. Man.
Dre, who you watching,
Unfortunate.
man? In this camp coming up, man, because there's gonna be some standouts, man. I'm looking.
There's two things that I'm going to watch for, man. The first one, which I think is very important, I want to watch to see what Nick Bosa does and see if he gets his contract signed, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
him and Debo ain't signed.
Yeah, man. So I'm kind of, I mean, we see what his brother did. You know what I mean? I think they got the same agent. You know what I mean?
They do.
I'm just kind of a little bit edgy about that. You know what I mean? I'm happy that he came in and he's been participating and he hasn't set out like his brother did until he got his contract signed. So that's a good leap of faith. You know what I mean? And the second thing I'm gonna be looking at is is Trey Greenlaw going to come out and take that position, or is Malcolm Smith going to say, man, shit, I came and got $35 million now. Shit, they didn't restructure my contract. Took 2 years off of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm making $3-4 million a year. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of wondering.
Can't pay his rent no more.
Man, I done bought this Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? The maintenance light is on my Bentley. You feel me? Hey man, look.
Yes.
Hey, I know it's a lot. It's a lot of down talking. And I was one of those guys that's down talking. But man, I always love the story of a minor setback for major comeback, because that's a story of my life, bro. I done been through a lot of ups and downs. I had a lot of adversity thrown my way, and I'm still standing. So I love the story of adversity and coming back. You know what I'm saying, and being strong. You know what I'm saying, and being better than you were before.
Huge.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm really looking at, because that will position is going to be. I mean, the will position is going to be very, very important. You know what I'm saying? Well, is he playing Sam or Will? He's playing Sam, right?
No, it's Sam. Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing Sam. Yeah, that Sam position is going to be very important. We know that we got Fred Warner, you know what I mean, and our new guy, you know what I'm saying, Quan Alexander, we got that locked up. But it's going to be very important, because backside coverage is one of the most important things of a defense, because when the guy can reverse field, you know what I mean, like Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray, when those guys can turn their head and reverse field, and if a guy doesn't stay on his position, you know what I'm saying, that's a quick, first down, you know what I'm saying? So it takes a lot of discipline and it takes a lot of smarts, you know what I'm saying, to play that position. I think it's one of the single most, important positions of the game, because it's really forgotten. Everybody worries about the stud Will and the middle linebacker, but nobody ever thinks about that backside, having that backside coverage and that backside help, you know what I mean? So that's the things I'm going to be looking at, man. Hoping that Bosa goes ahead and signs that deal, so we don't have to have no holdouts, you know what I'm saying, no bad press, you know what I'm saying. The press has been pretty good ever since we signed him, you know what I'm saying, and waiting to see how Mr. Greenlaw comes up. And it was a good point made. That guy does take away, as far as passing game, bro, they're not throwing it to his side. I mean, I watched the game against him when he was at Arkansas against Texas A&M. Texas A&M, I think, was ranked like 17 in the nation at that time. They was on like a 4-game winning streak. I mean, he single-handedly took that game over with 2 picks, I think 3 pass breakups. He had like 7 tackles. I mean, the guy was all over the field. So, that was a good way to look at his playing style, man. You talking about
Greenlaw?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, see,
yeah,
Dre,
man.
You just like it because you and him got the same name.
Yeah, man. No, hey, yeah, bro.
He can play.
This was before we even drafted him. I had no idea we were going to draft him. I just happened to be watching the game. It was one of the only games that was on, and I thought that Texas A&M was going to come and have a blowout. And, Dre Greenlaw, man, just showed up and was looking like he was a DB out there, bro. He was looking like a DB playing linebacker, bro. So,
he's got it. He'll win it, Dre. He'll win that spot.
Yeah.
Because as you mentioned, Malcolm Smith, his strength is not in coverage. If you run,
it's not.
Malcolm
He's always
will get
been
you.
a tackler.
But if you pass, you can get it. Yeah.
That's a problem. Yeah, man. He's always been a mass tackler. You know, he's gonna get, if you start, he's gonna get 125, 130 tackles. But you know, when you pass the ball, his passer efficiency rating is probably gonna be like in the, you know, the high 50s, the low 60s, and we don't need that, man.
No,
we
we
need
can't
somebody in the
afford that.
90s. You know what I mean?
Because that'll be the weak link, and that'll be the only place an offense will go.
Come in. You know what I mean? And I just never understood it, because when Malcolm got injured, it wasn't a lower leg injury. It was a, you know, it was an upper body injury, so his legs were left. So I just didn't understand how he wasn't able to rebound from that. You know, I don't know if it was the system coming from the Raiders to us and being in solid system. I don't know what it was. You know what I mean? But
watch
we're
what
gonna figure it out, man.
Yeah,
man.
Malcolm knows.
Yeah.
He knows his plate is definitely full this year.
Oh, it's full.
I mean, he's got to come up. He's got to come up strong.
Oh
too.
yeah.
So
yeah, that cup is running. That cup is running over. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely full. You know, so we're just gonna see how it plays out. Like I said, I'm always one of those guys that love to hear a good comeback story, because I'm an adversity guy. I have to face many adversities, facing some right now. You know what I mean? But
you'll overcome too. I got faith in you, Jerick.
Most definitely, bro. So, you know, shout out to the Niners fan, TNT, you know what I'm saying, all my boys, my partner Will, Trey, Trav, Big Show, you know what I'm saying, Big Sheik, you know, all of the fam, man.
Yeah. Dre, appreciate you, fam. I'll see you probably this weekend. All right?
Yes, sir. All right.
All right.
Don't.
I just feel, you know, as I say, I know I'm like, tomorrow, I'm sure I'm not going to be back, but the day after that, it's on. Hey, let me go. Justin Rosales. A small prayer for those currently being affected by the tornadoes. Anyway, yeah, I know, right? I was watching news, and one dude had his phone out there. If I see a tornado if I could see a tornado, I'm gone. The dude's sitting there filming on his phone. All you hear is, whoa! You know, you hear that crash of that big monster hit the ground and bounce. And he's sitting there watching. So you know that dude's got a lot of nerve, boy. I mean, so you're right. Big prayer for those currently being affected by the tornadoes. Anyway, sup? You see my tweet? Nick Mullins. Wait, Justin, man, I go through Twitter sometimes and I don't stop. I just read and glance. I'm gonna try to respond though. As soon as I get through here, okay? I ain't ignoring you. I'm just trying to hurry up because I'm going through media. Yeah. Sarah Acosta's go Niners! Stack bundles. Oh, Stack. Thanks, fam. Slick 6'8". We're more than an empire. We're more than a nation. We're an empire. Niner Empire! I love that. Every time I hear that, it just makes me nuts. Niner Empire, San Francisco Central, and Kenny Powers. What it do, bro? What's up, Kenny? Dominic Winters. What's up, Dominic? Jack Delmark Jr. Go Niners. I think we got a good team all around, and all that matters, one game at a time. Win one game at a time this season. Coming up is going to be a good season for us. Nick Mullins is going to be our backup. I know, man. Kyle's got to make this into a drama. I feel like I'm watching the WWE with this. You know what I'm saying? Because Kyle's coming here talking about it's dead even. Who will leave the ladder match alive? As Kyle's going to hang like that little card up on that ladder, right? That says second string backup, right? If you can get up there and pull it down, it's yours. You are the second string. Meanwhile, as CJ reaches up the ladder, bam! As Nick climbs up the ladder. This goes on and on for hours. Maybe we should put him in a steel cage match. That'd be even better. Let Vince McMahon set it all up. Linwood, I haven't had anything to drink. I don't know what the problem is here tonight, but I'm ready to stop it now and see what it is you want to say. It may have something to do with Reuben Foster. Oh God, Linwood.
Rod Bleezy.
Linwood, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great, sir. How you doing?
If it was any better, it'd have to be against the law. Listen, you know what? I got to tell you right now, though, I
Hey,
can't.
we're
wait.
49er fans. It should be against the law how good we feel.
Yeah, I know, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, everything's pointing up. We ain't got nothing to do but stay on the field this year. A lot like last year. Linwood, are you still curious as to what that team was capable of last year? Because I got a feeling that we missed something really good. Now, this year, you notice how the 49ers have stacked up player after player. There's second stringers that come in and do a good job. They may not be quite as good as the first stringers, but there's a lot of second stringers here that could hold it down. Kyle, when you got Jerick, McKinnon, and Tevin Coleman in the same lineup, what are you thinking, right? And Kyle said, "Let them go down. I got another one, damn it. I'm not going out like we did last year. I'm sick of this." And everybody says, "Your 49ers suck." Hey, you try to play without your first string quarterback, your first string running back, two of your first string wide receivers, another guy going to jail because he can't stop having trouble with his girls. I mean, you think about that for a minute. Kyle probably just goes nuts. He's probably got to shrink. That's not funny, Ronbo. It's scary.
Oh, dude, that's classic. That's classic, though. But that's you pretty much summed up how every 49er fan felt last year. So.
No, there's a few people that blame the 49ers. They blame Kyle. They blame John. They don't care about who got injured or that there was no first-string quarterback. I want to see what some teams look out without. Let's see, Tom Brady's missing out of that lineup. Let's take away.
The true members, the true fan.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
The true empire and the true empire and the faithful. The faithful know. We give leeway because we understand. You know, we lost our starters on a lot of levels, a whole lot of levels. But this year, a lot to be proud about, a lot to be ecstatic about. They filled a lot of roles and holes that were missing last year, primarily defense. I was never worried about the offense. The offense is going to always be stellar. I don't care who we put in there. Jimmy Garoppolo, and with Kyle in there, and I love the fact that Nick Mullins did as well as he did. That keeps Jimmy on his toes.
I know, right? I was thinking about that too.
That keeps him sharp.
Yep.
Yeah, that keeps him sharp. He's like, you know what? I broke Tony Romo's records, but this Nick Mullins kid, damn, he broke Brett Favre's records.
Yeah, I was about to mention. Yeah, you know about that, right? Good. I'm telling you, man.
Oh, absolutely. Always. I'm a diehard 49er fan, and I look at everything. So I was like, Nick Mullins came to play, and he came to play ball. So
it brought attitude,
and I love that aspect. Yes, he does. So, and I love what the 49ers did. They brought in D Ford because they knew they were going to draft Nick Bosa. Spark fire on him. So you're going to hold out like your brother did if you wanted to, but we also got another premier person over here on this side. So
you remember Solomon Thomas last year? That is the same agent as the Bosa family. And Solomon had to call his dog off or else he wasn't going to let him have to play. And Dre didn't understand, but there's a period, I think the next phase, that if you haven't signed, you can't come out on the field, so we'll see. Because I don't want to see Debo, our first and second round pick, Linwood. They can't be sitting down. They're rookies. There's things we need to learn here. Come on, guys.
Exactly. And they're going to sign, but I said this prior to the Nick Bosa thing. I was like, you know what? He's going to pull just like his brother did. He held out to the last minute, wanted a monster deal. That's one of the downsides.
I thought it was the language in the contract. There was something that didn't read right.
Well,
because rookies can only ask for so much money.
It was called money, Ronbo.
No, but Linwood, as a rookie, you're only allowed so much. As a first round pick, you get paid more, but you can't come in and say, I need more money. You'll get this amount because of the CBA. What he's crying about is if this happens, should this happen, do I still get paid? Yeah. If I get hurt, am I still, if this, if
basically,
that.
Yeah. He wants a full contract, injury prone, I get paid in full. That's what he wants. He wants a full pro bono plan to, hey, if I go out there and I play, if it's even one snap, I still collect my whole salary.
Oh, really?
So
That's it.
But
Things like this.
that's what he's looking for, just like his brother. But that's why I'm happy that we got brought in D Ford prior to that. We went in there, got K1. So the moral, the caption for tonight's story for Ronbo Sports is, I'm looking forward to, as your stars, other than Jimmy Garoppolo, it would be a toss-up for me for 3 different candidates: K1, Brett, and Hurd.
When you say K1, you mean K1 Williams? You don't mean Quan. You mean K1, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Linebacker, K1.
Okay.
Linebacker, corner, and not Debo. Because Debo is a great route runner and this and that, and he's physicality, and he's going to push. It was great that he brought him in. He's going to bring the physicality. What I think is the only small little piece that our other little wide receiver that we had brought in last year, second-round draft pick, is missing, is a little bit of physicality. And I think he's going to be a superstar. Not a prima donna, superstar. Little physicality. Debo's going to be great. And this, that. But I am looking to Hurd, man. He's got a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of potential.
Yeah.
I think offensively, I think he'll have more touchdowns than anybody on our team.
Jalen Hurd? Yeah?
Yes.
All right.
Because he can do all the red zone stuff. Run it, catch it, whatever. He's going to be the red zone guy until people figure him out, and then it opens it up for everybody else. He is my J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Remember, I was overtrading really hard.
You wanted Arcega-Whiteside in this draft, didn't you?
I did, big time.
Yeah.
I wanted him bad. So he's our big guy that can go up over the middle and this and that. After I watched a lot of tape and this and that on him, because I was like, wow.
You're going to like this guy then. If you like Arcega-Whiteside style, this guy Hurd has got a little more athleticism. He could be even more vicious.
Yes.
So, yeah.
He's a monster because he can come, think about the 1 yard line, goal line stance. And we have a power back in there. We have use check in there, power run. Boom, boom. They call it a play. He comes across the middle for a handoff. And everybody else is blocking for him.
Niners. Yeah. I want to see him leap up over the line. He's that kind of guy. I want to see him go up, tuck his knees, and get up over that line of scrimmage. As I want to see the defenders looking up. Oh no!
Yeah, he's what, 6'4", 6'5"?
Touchdown Niners.
He can do it. Yeah, and then or they fake it. They fake it, and he does a sweep and runs around. They fake the handoff, and he runs through the pylon, and Jimmy Garoppolo hits him on a short pass play. I mean, the options are ridiculous. I was losing sleep thinking all the plays they can run.
I mean, when you think about all the confusion you just created with that play you just called, Jimmy's going to be standing there thinking, I could just walk into the end zone. And Kyle will be on the sideline, don't do it, Jimmy. Don't you do it.
Yeah, you bring that big boy down there with all the people that we have and the stable of running backs. And we do have this stable of running backs.
Yeah.
I mean, people are just going to be clueless what the hell we're doing this year. Offensively, nobody don't know.
Especially with Kyle Shanahan and his ingenious. I mean, people think Andy Reid is a guru. I mean, a maniac when it comes to play calls and play designs.
Yeah.
They ain't seen nothing. And McVay is stealing all the light. Man, they ain't all them dudes, man.
He's gonna make McVay look like a freaking baby this year.
Baby, I mean, we call it. That's a good nickname for him. Baby, Vay.
Yeah, baby, McVay.
We got to go, Linwood. I'll look for you.
I'm excited.
I tell you what,
so
Thursday,
that's my vote.
anything may happen
my vote
this week.
for tonight's call. Oh, yeah. My vote, Hurd or our new corner.
Our new corner. Harris? Tim Harris?
No. Our newest corner. Brett.
Corner. All right, well, he is our new corner, actually. I was.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's gonna be watching for Rhett. Jason, you got to stay on that field, please.
Dude,
man.
that is a bad man. He is a bad man. You say he's healthy? That is one bad man.
Sports science guys, man, it's in their hands.
All I gotta say is the 49ers are just badass this year. That's all I gotta say.
We gotta wait till we get to the badass. They look badass. Let's see what they can be badass. I live with. I'm a Ronbo.
Oh, they're going to be. They're going to be. Hit those likes, fam. Hit those likes. Ronbo Sports. For my neighbors. I think I woke them all up.
I know. People knocking on the door.
Security guard running across the street.
They're going to let the dog out next time you walk out. Hey, little one. Have a good night, fam.
Night, Robbo.
Hey. And Jerry Fresh. Put him on right now. Oh, man.
What's up, Niner Empire? Jerry Fresh here with Ronbo Sports. Just a reminder, go ahead and download the Ronbo Sports app from the App Store. Ronbo Sports is giving you, the fan, an opportunity to have your voice heard on the show. Whether that's a question for Ronbo, a shout out to the 49er faithful, or a suggestion for the next video, this is your chance to have your voice heard. Simply open the Ronbo Sports app, click the menu icon in the top left-hand corner to access a list of options. Scroll down to the submission tab, and voila, you're there. Once you're in submissions, go ahead and select the record a video option. From there, you record a short video, and you're all set. Remember to keep it clean, short, and sweet. Well, that's it for me. Thanks for listening to Niner Empire. I'm Jerry Fresh, and this is Ronbo Sports. Go Niners!
Jerry Fresh. Get it? It's funny. There's something about saying his name one syllable at a time. It's fun. Jerry Fresh. You're going to get more Jerry Fresh coming the days ahead, too. We got something special lined up with him. You can do exactly what Jerry Fresh does anytime you want to, as Jerry explained how to go about doing it. Get it done. We would love to put you up and talk to us. And so, if you don't feel like waiting on the phone or anything like that, it's a lot quicker. And you got something you really want to get off your chest about any subjects we do at any time, it's all good. All right. Hey, Lorena Lopez, Niner! Break Davis, what's up, fam? Blood cloth B. Hey, what do you really think of Jimmy G? He seems kind of skirmish when pressure's up the middle. Blood clothy B. I so disagree with that. I see Jimmy. See, the thing is, last year I did see some struggle in the beginning of the season, first 2-3 games. Due to the fact, as I said, it's very clear to my mind, they were all trying to learn that offense. As can be clearly noted, is when Jimmy threw that pass into the flat, or not to the flat, but to the open sideline. There goes Kendrick Bourne. He's supposed to turn that pattern in. Out. He turned in. Ball sailed into the hands of the defender. What I did see was Weston Richburg constantly letting this man beat him. 2017, I want to go back to that season. If there was one guy who was not squeamish, not scary at all of the middle of the field, it was Jimmy Garoppolo. As he had in the middle, I keep forgetting his name, the guy we traded in Miami. Jimmy is one of the best I've ever seen at feeling pressure coming. I mean, when we played against that day, when he played against the Hawks, Jimmy standing there, I didn't know he even knew the rush was coming. He's sitting there scanning the field. Michael Bennett and his boy was just bearing down on him. Jimmy scampers out of the pocket, Aaron Rodgers-esque. Boom! Perfect shot into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. If there's one guy that's not scary, and there's one guy that's not skirmish, if there's one guy who can scan the field and process quickly, it's Jimmy G. Make no mistake. Rico Styles says, can I get a Niners? What's up, Rob? It's for Rico. Suave. Dun, dun, dun. Niners! us. Thanks, Rico. We're going to 7:30 p.m. to 5:30. Oh, Rico, man, we will be with you for a while, fam. This makes us night. Rico, that's a heavy compliment. Thanks, fam. Rodney Martin says, find a way to get A.J. Green for a 4th-round pick. They can't turn that down. Cincinnati, then our receivers can learn how to be real threat from him. That will give us an A-list. I don't know, Rodney, man. A 4th-round pick for A.J. Green. He's got a bad foot from what I understand right now, too. I don't think our guys have any trouble. As long as Jimmy G's out there and they all got the offense down, you're going to find out this year there's nothing wrong with the receivers. Remember when Jimmy G first came in, they rehearsed a lot of plays? Did you notice the distribution of the ball? Did you notice the double-digit yardage from about 5 different players at the end of the game? There's a misconception that the 49ers receivers all suck. This could not be further from the truth. Hey, Phil! Come on in here, Phil! See, Phil's got better reception tonight. He was struggling a little bit last night.
Oh, yeah, my phone.
Phil, it sounds good tonight, though. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
good. I'm glad.
Phil.
Hey,
Phil, go ahead.
Yo, you go.
No, I was going to say, tonight we're putting the spotlight on the guys we think are going to step up and over and stand out and have all the media guys writing up all kind of crazy things about them in camp. Who you got in mind?
Well, I mean, the guy before me stole my thunder. I'm looking at Brett. I mean, if he's running freely, and if Kwan Alexander's running freely, I'm a happy camper in OTAs.
Yes.
And, the other thing is I'd like to see Robbie Gould show up.
I blocked him out, Phil. Every time somebody mentions him, I said, oh, right. I always forget about Robbie because he brings on anxieties I don't want to experience now.
It would be good for the team that he showed up. And, was practicing with the team. So,
God, Robbie.
That's another thing I'm looking for. If he doesn't show up, the first miss he makes,
he's going to get hated.
Levi Stadium's going to be all over him.
He's going to get hated. I mean, he's going to get. Robbie, you're right, Phil. People are going to say bad things to him as he's walking down a tunnel. You couldn't show up for practice, huh? Who do you think you are? You didn't practice at all?
Yeah.
While you were gone?
Go back to the
lost
Bears.
That game because of you, Robbie. You can take your butt back to Chicago. We do not care. Anybody can do what you do. I can just hear it now.
So that's what I want. That's what I want. I hope he shows up. Because I think it would leave a lot of problems. And as far as Ruben goes, I don't want to wish bad, feelings on injuries, especially our team. We're one that shouldn't be talking, but he got karma.
I know. I thought about that.
Back at you.
Oh, Ruben, you gotta live a better life. Ruben needs to check into a monastery, a Buddhist monks for the next year or so, and just focus and concentrate on life in general and try to find the meaning of your existence. Ruben is confused about a few things, I think. I'm not sure if his childhood raising had something to do with it, but Ruben's that's a wasted individual right now.
I look at Patrick Willis and his childhood bringing up.
Yeah, that was rough.
You can't get much worse than that, and he overcame it. So
even this kid Dre Greenlaw, he had a rough childhood too. You got to want to overcome these things.
Yeah, and listen to that Dre Greenlaw. He's a good kid. He's articulate. He's smart. He saved that one girl from getting raped.
Guy?
Yeah, he's a good kid. I'm rooting for him. He's kind of one of my favorites coming into camp. I hope he takes Malcolm Smith's job and never relinquishes it.
I got a feeling
that's one of the guys I'm rooting for.
And so put Dre Greenlaw down on Phil's list, all right? And Jason Verrett. Who else?
I call Dre the answer to global warming, the new Greenwald deal.
I like that. But we got to get that's another for T-shirts.
Hey, the other thing is Pro Football Focus had breakout players they think Solomon Thomas is going to be a breakout player this year. So, I'm a big Solomon Thomas guy. So, yeah, I'm hoping he comes through and has a breakout year like DeForest, like, some of the other guys, their third year.
Can you imagine that, though, Phil? You got two guys coming off the edge that are pretty much going to get it done. I mean, there's probably no stopping them. And then you got DeForest Buckner. There's no stopping DeForest Buckner. You add a fourth guy to that mix of fiends.
Well, I'm looking at both guys, him and the other
Eric
guy.
Armstead?
Armstead to have, big years. Because they're going to be the forgotten child on that front four. So all the linemen are paying attention to Bosa, to D Ford, to DeForest, and this one guy is going to be able to go right at him. So, I'm looking forward to that.
That could be one of the best in the league. If you get solid contribution from either Eric Armstead or Solomon T, you're talking Pro Bowl front seven. I mean, at least front four.
Right, and we got some depth there. We got Blair, we got we got all kinds of guys we can bring. It's going to be like a wave.
Woo!
And the other thing I'm looking at, I was looking at Quan Alexander's, tape again.
Isn't he something?
That guy can cover. He's
like a heat-seeking missile. Oh, man.
He can get deep on the pass, too. He can cover.
He can run. Yeah.
So, I'm looking at those guys, and I think one of the problems that we had at safety was that the safeties were coming up because our linebackers couldn't get back deep enough.
Yeah.
And so we were getting beat deep over the top.
Yeah.
And so I think if the safeties don't have to come up to challenge the curl patterns, they can sit back there and just, do the float around and get some picks.
Because you got four guys now. Because you got Kwaski in there, and I like Marcel Harris is definitely him and Quan. I'd love to see that in action. Both of them are like, he can zip in on wherever the ball is so fast. And then you got Fred Warner was like, how many tackles did he have last year?
Oh yeah, you got some speed there.
Oh,
now you're starting to see this plan come together of competition against our division. You got Kyler Murray, you got Russell Wilson, you got some linebackers that can chase those guys down. I think that's key to this division.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And then, you look at our running back situation, it's by committee, but we've got some pretty good talent by committee. And you look at the Rams, they're a one-trick pony, and if Gurley's arthritis doesn't recover, I don't think how you can recover from arthritis.
Not in the knee.
You can't. You can't fix arthritis.
Yeah.
You can't fix arthritis.
You can shoot up with a bunch of drugs.
His availability is going to be limited, so they're a one-trick pony, and if he's down, wow, I think that takes a lot out of the Rams' offense.
Oh,
and
especially the pressure that's going to be on Goff. I can't wait to see that game. And they got the Rams already projected to just beat us to death. Okay, good. Good.
I don't see it. I do not see it.
I don't either.
I think we improved so much. I just don't think they understand how much we've improved.
Yeah. These
the key is some of these guys being healthy.
Oh, yeah.
But, their knees being healthy.
Yeah, you can't be running back with a bad knee. So that's just the bottom line.
But we've got four of them. And I think McKinnon, we could afford to lose McKinnon because we've got Trevor Coleman. He's almost the same player. And all of those guys are fast.
It's a relay team. It really is. It's an Olympic relay team. Matty, Bree. I mean, you could borrow Marquise Goodwin if you want an anchor man.
McKinnon's the slowest guy of the four of them.
I know. Phil, we got to go though. We'll talk about this later on in the week.
Hey, one other thing. Did you see the
public service announcement? There's some motherfucker named Texas boy in the chat that need to go.
Dre, I'm gonna check him out in a minute.
I think the commission's going to have a talk with Jerry Jones again And I think Zeke's going to be sitting down some games.
Oh no! Did he do something? Is Zeke? Did he do something wrong again?
No, he was drunk. He was drunk, and he pushed a security guard over a fence.
Oh!
And they had to escort him out of the concert in handcuffs.
Zeke? Oh my!
Yes.
Hey, when did you hear about this? This was I didn't send some
No,
notification.
just look it up. It's under TMZ. Just go to TMZ. Zeke Elliott. You can see the whole video. They got it on tape.
As the sun slowly settles in the west of Texas, we bid our boys adieu, as without Zeke, Dak can get nothing done. and he's definitely suspended. He is so suspended. Oh, God.
I hate the Cowboys more than any other team.
And that's
I'm a guy from the 80s, so I know.
Oh.
We hate the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, and the Cowboys, boy, and we have to walk around and talk about we both got 5 rings. Whoever gets it next can look down upon the other one. We got to get that next ring, Phil. Phil, let me see you later on in the week, okay?
All right, man.
All right, Phil.
Talk to you later, Ronbo.
And thanks for the information.
All right,
I had
later.
no idea. Bye.
Bye. You got to check it out. It's funnier than hell.
Can't wait to go
get
check
a good
that
laugh
out.
at. He was all messed up. He had to be drunk or stoned or something. And then he pushed the security guard over the fence. TMZ, our quarterback, we get with the hoochie girl. Yeah, they get with the violence.
At least he's not throwing girls over the fence.
Exactly.
Phil, we really got to go. I'll see you later.
Bye.
So much news today, what? You got Ruben. I feel bad about Ruben Axel. I don't want to see him hurt. But this with Zeke, I hope the girl's not hurt or the security guard's not hurt. That's outrageous. What? Ryan Jones, thanks, fam. He says Verrett's going to ball out. Apparently, Gerald McCoy was released. I saw that on notification. Did you hear about that? I saw that. Gerald got released. But you know what? I don't know that we don't need any more guys on defense right now, especially any guy that's going to stunt the growth of any of our youngsters right now. We're set, I think, on the defense. We're going to have to get rid of some people ourselves. So, yeah. Zeke. Hands off me, man. Hey! Here comes the man. Let's see. Hey, Harold!
What up, Ronbo? What up, man?
Harold, man, all that entertainment, man. When I hear about Dallas Cowboys going to jail, I don't know. It's just something about that just warms me up. You know what I'm saying? They got the Harold, how many dudes in Texas can't behave? Last year they had 2 or 3. They got one dude that can't stay off the weed. And then you got another dude that's sitting there up doing Instagram posts. Man, I can't play
them cowgirls. Them cowgirls don't know how to act, man. Them cowgirls don't know how to act. I ain't worried about them bums though. Let's get to the Niners, man.
Yeah, in fact,
let's get to the Niners.
Who you spotlighting in camp? Who's the dudes you're gonna be watching? Who's got your interest peaked already?
So who I want to see, man, I want to see Kentavious Street. I want to see what that boy can bring to the table, man, because he's basically like a rookie this year. You know what I'm saying?
Never mind. That's
because
right.
He had a red shirt last year. He's basically like a free rookie this year, man.
And hungry.
And he looks strong, man. Yeah, and I want to see what he can bring, man. I want to see what that boy can do out there.
Because, boy, he's got it. Last year would have been a better time to come into that unit. But this year, boy, it's going to be like, as soon as you get up in the morning and start talking about, man, I got to kick some major butt today. Because, man, that competition is raw. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
God. And they're right about Solomon T.
We need depth.
We do. Because you never know what's going to happen.
We do need depth, man, because they're going to be running those guys in and out, man. They're going to be cycling those guys. Lynch is always talking about he wants fresh bodies out there, man, and that'll be the best way to close game out, close halves out, get off the field on third down, man. Right. And so we're gonna probably be playing at least 6 defensive linemen, maybe 7 a game. So, I mean, there are room for bodies out there still, you know?
You got to keep them fresh. All gas. No breaks. Keep it coming. If you're tired, let me know.
Yeah.
I'll give you a breath. Go back out there at 100, full speed. Oh, man.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah. And then obviously Jimmy G. I want to see Jimmy G get comfortable with that knee, man. Maybe they'll develop some chemistry with Debo and Hurd out there, you know, get comfortable with them. You know. That's an obvious one, though. Everybody wants to see Jimmy G.
Yeah, he's that's why I say, but besides Jimmy, because everybody's gonna watch Jimmy, see how he's moving, you know, and see if he's because after being a year off, that's a long time for a quarterback to take off. Can he come back and catch that rhythm? How long will it take him? Especially rehabbing and pushing off on that leg and everything. So you know, he's got to get over some hurdles. Hopefully, he's got plenty of time to get over them. He'll get over them.
Well, I mean, I think our defense is going to make it easier on him. He's not going to have as much pressure to maybe air it out or have, you know, 300, 400 yards every game. He's not going to have to carry the team this year, man.
There's the best point right there. Doesn't have to do all the heavy
lifting. Say we do have to punt or whatever. Say we do have to let Wishbone punt the ball all the way out the damn park. Though our defense will get us the ball right back, and then we can, you know, put some points on the board.
And Mitch Wish, you mentioned him. He's going to be keeping teams in the hole all game long anyway. Because that dude can target and hit spots with his feet. Harold, this is an art that we don't do in America, you know? I imagine they could probably do it in every country that they play soccer or anything but American football. These guys use their feet like a lot of people use their hands. Kick the ball to the 5-yard line, hit the hash and bounce out of bounds. All that defense all that team could do is sit there and say, God, man. Yes!
I'm going to go ahead and predict at least I'll give us 3 safeties this year because
I was just thinking about that.
Good field position, man. You know what I'm saying?
Especially with that pass rush. Pass it or get sacked.
Oh man, they better not pass it. No, they're gonna be out their mind trying to drop back and pass it. They better.
Can you see it?
They better try to run it right up the middle or something. Oh man, they in trouble if that happens, man. They in trouble.
Ooh. You know what? We're going to forget to yell about the offense this year. I can already feel it. We're going to be hollering and screaming more about the defense because we already know the offense can do whatever they want to do. Look what you got. And look who's running that offense. So the defense, that's going to be the entertainment right there.
I mean, yeah, we already know Shanahan. As long as we got Shanahan, we're going to be all right on offense, man. We're going to move that ball. As long as that defense can hold up, as long as we can stay healthy on that defense, man, we're gonna be knocking on that playoff door right there.
Man, just tell me Verrett's gonna be okay because I'm learning something about Richard Sherman. Harold, Richard Sherman, I got a feeling this is not a guy. Richard Sherman was hurting last year, but you never would have known it, right? I got a feeling this is who he is.
No.
So
he's a baller, and the best thing about him, he's mentally smart, man. He knows the game. He knows what them wide receivers. He used to be a wide receiver. He knows what them wide receivers are trying to do to get open, man. So, there was an NFL article on 2 of our guys actually saying that they were underrated today. One of them was Sherm, and the other one was Defoe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, in the league, yeah, they're underrated, but not in my book, man. I know what them guys can bring to the table. I know what they're capable of, man. I love them guys, man, and they're gonna ball out, and they're gonna ball out. But
especially Buckner,
there's a lot of other.
They got to stop. You know, Buckner hasn't gotten any respect, but you know he got some last year. Let's see what happens to him this year. It's because it's fan oriented. You know, anytime fans start voting, there's going to be usually something wrong. So you know, we're going to see.
I'm okay with them not giving the love. That means it's going to be all the better this year when the whole team comes together and then we take the whole damn league by storm, baby. That's what I'm looking forward to.
It's going to be such a sight. And all those who knew this was coming, we could be standing up and shouting loudest. Because, you know, there's a lot of us that still don't believe, and they still think we're going to get, you know, there's predictions out there winning 4 to 6 games. And a lot of folks are buying that. Man, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and this year, I'm telling you right now, that is not going to happen. You got to see everybody get wiped out on the first string again this year. And what are the odds of that happening again this year? I don't think so.
That ain't happening. We're too deep in the wide receiver core. We're too deep in the running backs. We got two capable quarterbacks. We ain't going to lose all those guys, man. We're going to be there, man.
Yep. Just got to keep Jimmy G up. And I like Nick Mullins. I'm telling you right now, Jimmy G's going to be fun. But Nick Mullins, it gives you a security feeling that knowing if something should possibly go wrong, there's Nick. He can get this done. His second year at that, ooh, yes, I'll take him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man.
Well, Harold, let me see tomorrow, Harold. I'm gonna go ahead and move to see who else is going on here, so everybody can get a shout out. So everybody wants to say something tonight. And I'll see you maybe Thursday or Friday. I ain't gonna promise to wait till Friday.
Oh, yeah, man. I'll see you whenever you come back, man. I'll be looking for you. And shout out to the J-Dub Bunch, as always.
Oh, that's right. I got to write everybody's name down as a member of the J-Dub Bunch. And thanks for reminding me. We are strong, Harold. J-Dub Bunch.
Yeah, we're getting stronger by the day. Every video I hear a little more J-Dub references. And,
I'm telling you, I went to the comment section. People volunteered to let it be known that they're a part of the J-Dub Bunch. I says, yes. I'm getting flagged. All right, Harold.
Stop it, Ronbo. Stop it. Stop it.
No.
Stop it.
Hey, sooner or later, you're going to be there too, brother. Hey, I'll accept
Tell him,
you.
Harold. Tell him.
I'll accept you. Come on with it. Come on with it, baby. I'll take you in. J-Dub Bunch, baby, for life. I'm out, baby.
And when Trez does come in, we go say, Brother Trez, come on in. Let your heart not be troubled. Sit down, relax, and pick up that J-Dub shirt and put it on you. Call me.
Ronbo, when y'all gonna stop this? When y'all gonna stop this J-Dub fan club, whatever? I mean, come on, man. Come on. Enough. My partner said it best, man. Enough's enough, man. The man ain't made a play since when?
Jim Thorpe.
I don't even remember.
Jim Thorpe was still playing football, and J-Dub finally made a play. I'm telling you, Trez, I got faith in him. I'm telling you, people that talked about him so bad. Trez, it is you and others that have created that monster. I'm telling you, and I want to thank y'all. I got a feeling he's going to come out raging this year. I really do.
Come out more like probably like how Ruben ended up. That's probably how he's gonna come out. Then it's long, man.
I do not believe Ruben.
You
went out there and tore his leg up. Man.
You ever heard what that broke down Ferrari really sounded like? Ronbo, when it left San Francisco?
What does it sound like? You guys, man. You know how they look at you. You know, I think you're missing. It's about missing about 4 or 5 cylinders.
Exactly, about 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, I feel for Ruben, man. I really do. But Ronbo, it's straight, sweet karma, man. I mean, it is.
Trez.
Hey, what can you say, man?
Trez, did your mama, every brother's mama did this to him. Did you have a time in your life where you was getting a little out of control, and then you have something bad happen to you, right? And then moms look at you and say, you know, I've been trying to tell you, you ain't living right. And every time I try to get you to mind and behave, you talk to me like I got a tail. So you know what? You just lay on up there and you get well, and when you get opted out of there, we're going to talk again. I'm going to ask you to do something or how to do, and you give me all that. You know, moms be going on and on. Right? That's Ruben right now.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Well, yeah. But mine necessarily didn't come from my mom, Ronbo. It came from the good man upstairs, the Lord. The Lord know how to humble a person. You know what I'm saying? He know how to humble you when you ain't living right. You know what I'm saying? And Ruben got to learn. Man. The NFL is it's a privilege. You know what I'm saying? It's just the few make it here to
know what I'm saying? And you got to take care of your body, man. Your body is your asset for your job, man. You got to take care of that, man.
Main tool.
That's the main tool. You got to take it, and you got to take it serious. You got to take it serious in the NFL, man. There's no ifs and buts about it, you know.
And, the thing is, Trez, a lot of folks don't realize you got to surround yourself. You got to remove yourself from certain groups and people. You can't, I know we can't say things like I ain't above my friends anymore just because I'm in the NFL, but you got to know who you can hang out with, and maybe you ought to, maybe let off a little time from them, because pretty soon you get caught up in that same stuff you was doing before when you was a knucklehead, and now it engulfs you, and you end up doing the Reuben. He's a classic example of not having good judgment. But I feel sorry for him because I read up on him and I know how he grew up. But still, you got to overcome.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And just, like I said, we feel for him. Nobody on this side of the fence wanted to see Reuben be a fade in the NFL. We wanted Reuben to be the best middle linebacker to probably come along since Patrick Willis. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. We had to move on. Right, you did. He had all the tools. We had to move on from him, though, and we wished him the best when he went to Washington, and it's just an unfortunate situation for the young man. But Reuben has to learn from this, though. He really has to learn from this, and that's just it. That's just the bottom line.
Can he come back?
Now, moving on, yeah. I got my own club. You got the J Dub Club. I got the A Dub Club. Kello Weatherspoon. You know what I'm saying?
And you put a spot. Is that the guy you're watching in camp?
That's my guy, Ronbo. I had him in my mock draft when we drafted him. I like Okello, man. I just feel like, we had such poor safety play when those plays was going down on Okello's side that, it wasn't all his fault. A lot of people got to understand that. But maybe Okello sit behind Verrett and he'll learn some things from Verrett. You know what I'm saying? One on how to track the ball when it's in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's all. Because, Okello, once he takes his off, tracking the ball and look back at the defender, he has a hard time finding the ball again. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So that's So it'll be a big improvement for him this year. He should make some strides, some big gains. But I think we still need to address that safety issue. If we see problems in camp, we need to address it beforehand and not let going through the season and then saying, "Damn," you know what I'm saying? And we scrambling. So. I'm just saying, if we see these things manifest in camp, then we need to go and address them, because it still wouldn't be too late to do that. Because you still got a couple key veterans out there that you can pick up if he don't get taken, get picked up by another team.
Eric Berry is still. I don't know why is Eric Berry still running around unemployed, and Trey Boston.
I don't know, because that's my guy. That's my guy. I love me some Eric Berry.
Maybe they think they're going to be asking for too much money or something. Because I think I'd put Eric Berry on the roster just to have him on there. Even if I wasn't going to let him start, I'm going to put him on the roster. But if you sign him, you're probably going to need to play him. So,
Exactly. Because he could teach the younger guys. He could teach the younger guys. And that's it. He could do the same thing Uncle Sherman doing. You know what I'm saying? He could do the same thing at that position.
I ain't going to argue with that. Boy, Eric Berry can play. So, yeah.
Well, Ronbo, I just wanted to, get in here and touch base with you, man. You know what I'm saying?
And stop me from talking that J-Dub bunch stuff. I know.
I got the you J-Dub, I'm A-Dub. I'm A-Dub. You know what I'm saying?
Trey already gave me this whooping yesterday.
I know I was listening. Look, Ronbo, I'm always tuned in. I am always tuned in. Because the minute he get out of pocket, Ronbo, I'm coming in. Definitely coming in. I'm just enjoying the fam, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the TNT family, man. You know what I'm saying? Dre, Show, my partner, of course, Trey, and myself. You know what I'm saying? And Will. We growing as a family. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, with any good family, there's gonna be your ins and outs, you know what I'm saying, on our perspective of things, and we ain't gonna always agree, Ronbo. Especially you and Trey. That what makes TNT such a great dynamic family. Now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
See, y'all be working it out, boy.
Yeah. Hey, Ronbo, many have came to the Ronbo show, not many have survived. I just want you to know that now.
That's a good point. We don't hear from a lot of people that came in and got whooped. And Trez, you are always been the voices of reason. Even when you have something you don't appreciate about a comment, you'd always do it with style and class. A person would feel like maybe they disagree with Trez, but they never hate him because Trez would disagree with you with love. I always enjoyed that about you, Trez.
I appreciate that, Ronbo. Yeah, I always try to see the other people's point of view. You know what I'm saying? Just not in my point of view being facts. Okay, you understanding where they coming from as well as you trying to get them to see your side of it.
Yeah.
And then you grow as a person and you mature as a person. So a lot of people, when things go down and things be said in heated moments, people have to grow from it and you have to learn from it. You know what I'm saying? And we all, like I said, we got one common goal, and that's the San Francisco 49ers. That's our team. We love them to death. We red and gold till we dead and cold, Well,
Trez, I'm going to go. I forgot to, Dre, as a matter of fact, said something, Texas boy. Did he say Texas boy or Texas? Somebody in here from Texas is stepping out of bounds. Yeah, we have to check him out in a minute. I see too many people talking about blocking him out here. All right.
I got a real one for you, Ronbo. So somebody was down here in Atlanta. They was really getting on you. They was getting on you real bad.
Well, don't tell me it wasn't prime time, was it? Because I heard about you and him fighting. You haven't seen him again, have you?
No, not that one. It was Lisa. You remember Lisa?
Lisa.
She said that Kyle is picking up. She said Kyle is picking up so many 49ers. I mean, so many Falcons on the 49er team. It's gonna be Falcons / 49ers. And then Ronbo, she said she gonna go on your show and she gonna say, Falcons!
I gotta call her. She I get on the show right away. I gotta see this.
Ronbo, she had me down laughing, Ronbo. She had me down laughing. I said, you don't get out of here. I said, you gotta understand, Kyle does have ties to some of those Falcon players, but we would never be that. I said, we have championships. You all have nothing. You go in your building, your case is empty.
There you go. All right, Trez. Yeah. I'll see you later on in the week. Huh?
All right, Ronbo.
Have a good night, fam.
All right.
God. We'll be going through some. There's Justin Rosales, the anti-J-Dub club member. He said, H now. Ward ain't nothing. I'm taking all this stuff down. I'm going to take up everybody's name all during the season. Golf steps back to pass under extreme pressure. Golf lets that ball go. Jimmy Ward comes out of nowhere. He's racing down the field. He's down the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Niners. Jimmy Ward read that play. You could see as Golf was moving to his right, you seen Ward move up into the pocket, and the first thing you knew, there he is, right in position to make that play. See, I'm already telling y'all, man, my boy Ward, he's got too much experience. He's got athleticism. He's got skills. He just gets hurt. He can play that safety. Now, don't put him at corner, but he can play that safety. Oh, let me answer this phone. Hey, Will, come on in, man.
Ronbo, what's up, dog?
Will, man, I'm looking at who is going to be the star in camp this year and who's going to step up. Because, last year when I was saying great things about Dante Pettis, doing all them crazy things, it was right. Now, they ain't put on no pads yet, man. Ain't nobody looking at it. Okay, but see, you can still see raw talent without pads. So I just want to go down and get my kudos right now. I remember I told folks last year, man, why don't you keep an eye on Dante Pettis? I don't know who I'm going to put it on this year, though, Will. Well, who you got in mind, man?
Man, I'm just looking forward to two things, man. I know the offense going to do what they do, but I'm ready to see the running backs, man. I'm ready to see the running backs. I'm ready to see them. I want to see how Kyle gonna use them in the passing game. That's what I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see T. Coleman, McKinnon, Breeder. I'm ready to see them. I'm ready to see them like be in the backfield and be motion out to the slot or out wide. And I want to see how Kyle gonna schematically terrorize the defense. All right,
it's a good way to put it.
That's what I'm ready to see, man. That's what I'm ready to see, man. And then down the red zone, man. Not only can you use Jalen Hurd, Hurd in the end zone, but you also see T. Coleman too.
Mm-hmm.
Them dudes know how to get through that line to get through that goal line, man.
Mm-hmm.
They got quickness and power, man. That's what you need in the red zone. So I'm ready to see Hurd and Coleman get us a lot of touchdowns in that red zone. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready for that. And then the other thing is the defense, man. I'm just ready to see what we all been waiting for so long.
A pass rush.
Edge rushers, man.
Yeah.
A pass rush, man.
Oh, thank you, Lord. We've been praying for a pass rush for years. Thank you. Man. Oh, my God. Oh.
Man, once we see that pass rush, man, it's gonna be just like tasting a fresh batch of sweet cold Kool-Aid, man. It's gonna be so refreshing, man.
You went Kool-Aid. I haven't had any Kool-Aid in a while. I remember putting too much sugar in it though. But yeah, you're right. Oh man.
Man, I'm so ready to see D Ford and Bosa just collapsing the pocket at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And with Buckner and Armstead just terrorizing the inside. Because you got to realize, man, Bosa and Ford, man, they both got quick first steps. So when you got two guys on opposite ends that got two quick first steps, man, damn.
Oh, man.
Bruh.
Especially with the technique.
Lot of quarterbacks. Man, a lot of quarterbacks going to be, man, I'm telling you, man, Jared Goff going to have a hard time playing us, bro. Cause we got what we need, man. And then the second level, man, you got Warner and Kwan. And if you put Greenlaw in there as the Sam, man, I'm telling you, man. The first level and the second level of our defense is gonna be horrific, man. We're gonna be seeing turnovers, knocked tip balls. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of stuff, man. I think I feel we're gonna get some turnovers, man.
Oh yeah.
And then, like I say,
anytime you get a pass rush, you're gonna force turnovers. That's what that's all about. And like you're saying, people like Quan, like that. That's what they do, right? It's about stripping, beat your butt, and take the ball from you. You know, beat you up and take your lunch money. You know, so that's what these guys are about.
You, man. That's all. That's all I'm ready to see, man. And I believe Rick gonna start, man. Rick gonna get there to the side of Sherman, man. I mean, you got two Pro Bowlers playing out there, man. Opposite side of each other, man. So you know what I'm saying. I mean, I'm ready to see that too. I ain't gonna mention nothing about the safety right now.
Listen, how do you feel about Adrian Colbert?
Man, he gonna have to show me.
Okay, so it's not about Dub, then. It's about either one of them, then. Okay. Because, man, I tell you.
Damn J-Dub. And Ronbo, man, you get off that low-grade dope with the J-Dub fan club. What's wrong with you, Ronbo? You know better than that, man.
I got this mailed in from Beverly Hills before I smoked it. I'm telling you right now, this is some good stuff, and you need to get some.
I know. Look, Ronbo, I know where you got it. I know where you got it from. You got it from Big Show. You got it from Big Show.
Big Show don't appreciate J-Dub.
Well, shoot, you talking like you him, because you know he always disagree with what we talking about. We all telling you what ain't it, and you claim them.
I formed a club. It's an organization now. It goes beyond just liking him, making him the mayor. I'm gonna get a photo and have it posted up. I'm thinking about if I could just find a flathead. I'd put it right between Jimmy and Joe. Jub. I wouldn't go that far. Let me take that back. I went too far with that. We'll put a photo of him up somewhere, but not there.
Man, Robbo, your J-Dub club going to eventually get investigated.
Disbanded. I know you say disbanded.
They're gonna come kick down. They're gonna kick down your clubhouse and arrest all y'all for claiming Jimmy Ward. Y'all crazy, man.
Oh,
but
God.
But yeah, man, hey, you heard about Gerald McCoy just not got released from the Bucs, man. They talking about it. They talking about going to create a whole bidding war in a little while.
Why'd they release him? I don't understand what's going on in Tampa Bay.
I don't know what Bruce Arians got going on.
But Bruce is getting rid of everybody. Him and Gruden come from the same school. I didn't pick him up here, and it's not my style of ball play. I got some people I got in mind. What? Well, go ahead.
Well,
yeah.
That just increases our chance of more to win this game. We're gonna win anyway. We're gonna win that first game anyway, but it just made our chances just more greater.
Been there or not. Yeah, and Quan Alexander's chomping at the bit. He can't wait for that September date. I mean, I think he even told everybody, oh man, this is a dream come true. Get to play against my team. Oh, God. Game one.
Yeah, man. But so man, like I said, man.
About an East Coast swing. And for the first game, that is not going to be tough. Yeah, I mean, man, we don't do well on no East Coast travel games. Look, you know what? It's the first game. We ain't got to stay home and wait till the last minute to fly over there. Understand? 49ers could be in there in the middle of the week and be just fine. So,
man, if you wear a coach, man, you out there busting your butt every day, man. It don't matter what time zone you in. You gonna go out there and give it all you got.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's mind over matter, man.
Mm-hmm. And wasn't that Chip Kelly who had people? How would Chip do? He'd have people going to bed at a certain hour, doing something different in order to not be affected by that lag. That's the thing. So these are well-conditioned athletes. I still don't see why that would be a problem either. I agree, unless you're going. The thing that worries me is going to Colorado and going up in that altitude. But every place else should not be that serious of an issue.
But yeah, man. But like I said, man, I'm ready, man. Yeah. And man, y'all quit down Jerick McKinnon, man. Y'all ain't seen that dude yet, running the ball in a 49 uniform. Yeah, man. Y'all done seen him run in practice, man. You see what that man did in Minnesota, man. It's just an unfortunate situation that happened to him last year. Yeah. But wait till this year, man. That dude gonna ball out, man. I know talent when I see it. Man.
Same here,
McKinnon, man. McKinnon got that speed, man. He can hurt. He can hurt you if you out in space. So. Now get that, man. Don't doubt that, man. That man gonna put up some numbers. I promise you that.
Carrying on, man. What are you talking about trading him? Get kicked. He gonna get cut. What are you gonna get cut for? You ain't even seen him run the ball one time. You gonna cut him? How you gonna cut the man? I don't understand that thinking. There's a lot of people like that.
I'll tell you, man. I'll try to tell you, man. They come on your show just to say dumb shit.
I'm seeing this on social media more than anything. I was like, what? I try not to bother it. When I see it, I just can't stand it. I go ask him a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Hey, Will, I'll tell you what, fam. We'll see you. I may be back Thursday, but I'm telling you, I got a feeling OTA is going to have me in here all the time. So I'll see you later on this week.
All right, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Shout out to TNT. Shout out my boy Dre. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Rudy. Fuck the Rams. They lost and they broke. And that's all I got. All right, Ronbo.
Like Trey, Will. I got everybody else. Trez, Will, Trey. It's all part of TNT family. I was getting confused. Hey, let's go over here and check out Marin Mike.
Hey, Ronbo.
Oh, hey, Mike, I'm just bubbling here with over-enthusiasm. I'm going to have to find a way to chill out here. I'm going to have to be on sedatives going into the season just to remain normal with everybody else. I already see the first game of bouncing off the walls to the point I can't be seen. Don't let us win that game, Mike, and especially overwhelmingly. I may have to check into a hospital afterward and do all my fun from there. I've been waiting for this, Mike. We've suffered and been through pain. It's like, it's time that we can actually smile about something. And this year, it's not guessing. It's not projecting and hoping with your fingers crossed. We have legitimate weapons, Mike, and we've got a coach that knows how to use them. Oh, God. But, Mike, with that said, can I now shut the heck up and let you talk? Go ahead, Mike.
I love it, Ronbo. Don't check into a hospital though. That's no fun. I've been in that situation a couple times the last few years. No fun.
It smells bad.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right, man. I mean, this is really getting close now, and the guy that I'm really looking forward to seeing in camp is the guy that I've been pounding the table for this whole last couple months is Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
And it's time for him to get out there on the field and put it out there, man. I mean, I told you before, he's a plug-and-play player. This is a guy that you throw out there, and he's an immediate starter, Rombo. I mean, he's a guy that you can put on the field right away, and he's going to contribute and make plays for the team. And I'm really looking forward to seeing him out there, man. And, I mean, as far as Deebo Samuel's concerned, that's my kind of guy right there. That's a tough dude. He's a dog, And I love the dogs, the dog in the guy. You know what I mean? I mean, he catches the ball, and he's looking for somebody to run over, and he's just.
I love that attitude.
His run after the catch is ridiculous. He's a playmaker, and he's another guy that I think they're gonna plug him in. Rombo. He's a guy that creates separation on all levels of the field. He makes plays on all levels of the field. He can stretch it deep. He can get you on the crossers, on the shallow crosses, dig routes, whatever you want. This guy can do it. So. I'm loving those two guys, and I'm looking forward to seeing those two guys in camp because, like I said, Bosa, I was pounding the table for him. As far as the defense is concerned, coverage-wise, I really want to take a good look at the linebackers and see how they're going to be doing in the coverage because I have a feeling what's going to happen is with this pass rush that we got going on here, or we hope we got going on here, that should be going on here, I have a feeling teams are going to be trying to, quick shot plays against us, and
it's the only option.
We're gonna need some press coverage now, and this is something that I think we're really gonna need to do with the corners. And Sean was talking earlier about the slot, and I think that's going to be a really key position because those are the guys that are usually shifty, and they go to them short, and. They run a variety of routes that I think they're going to be looking for that slot guy. They're going to be looking for the tight end. So I'm looking at the linebackers and the strong safeties because the strong safety is going to be, having to cover that tight end or the Sam linebacker if it's base down or base, they're in the base. But and Dre Greenlaw is interesting. I mean, I want to see what this guy can do. Is he going to take Malcolm Smith's job from him, or who's going to wind up in the Sam? It's a very interesting battle right there. But the corners are, I'm hoping that Verrett gets out there and wins that job. But Trez brought up a great point with Ahkello Witherspoon, man. I mean, I said he's a solid guy at the top of his game, but to be honest, he could be better than that because. When I look at him, he's a big guy, and he's got great movement skills.
Nice
I mean, big
too.
guy, a lot of big corners don't move so well. He moves really well. So he does have a higher ceiling than I thought he had. So Ahkello's a guy to watch, and Verrett's really if Verrett's out there and he's healthy, boy, is he going to push him. So we're going to find out what Ahkello's potential is, So,
I agree. I'm looking forward to that battle.
Yeah, and I don't know what to say about the J-Dub flub, man.
Feel free. Everybody's taking a shot at the club. Go ahead.
I'm starting the Adrian Colbert club, man, because honestly, I believe that the Niners are in on Colbert and Ward's the insurance policy on that, man. I really do. I think that Adrian Colbert is going to win that job, or Jimmy Ward's going to get hurt again. I think Adrian Colbert's going to be on the field, Rombo. I think it's going to be Adrian Colbert out there this year.
Just no hamstrings, Jimmy. Please, no hamstrings. He's going to be okay. I really do think he can play that free safety position better than he can. I don't want him at corner anymore, but free safety, that's he's a natural. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know, Rombo. I saw some footage on him. They were breaking him down on some video, and he was back there 15 yards deep at the free safety spot in single high, and he backpedaled himself right out of plays. He just backpedaled too far. If you watch Earl Thomas takes a couple steps back, and then his feet are they call them patient feet. He doesn't keep going too far back, too fast.
He anticipates properly.
And he just, and then he takes a couple steps back, kind of patient feet, and then he reads the quarterback and shoots to where he thinks the play's going, but Ward was backpedaling himself out of plays. So I don't know, man. We'll see.
Listen, I got to tell you right now, I blame Jeff Hafley for a lot of those things, putting players in the wrong position. It's during practice where they're probably taking direction. So now we got a guy back there. Joe Woods, I got a feeling, has a better grip on what they're trying to do more than Jeff did. So Jeff's down ruining some college club right now, even as we speak. So I got a feeling it's going to see a lot of difference in that defensive secondary this year anyway. So
Oh, you're talking about that guy Cooks, right? What's his name? Cook or Cooks? Joe Cooks, is that his name? The
Woods,
DB coach?
DB
Woods. I'm sorry, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Woods. Yeah, I mean, you get the feeling, I really get the feeling, and I don't really know Joe Woods and who he is, obviously, but you get the feeling that they are bringing in the right guys. You just kind of get that feeling, hey, they made this change. They made the change in the right spot because the DBs were confused last year. You could see it all over the field. I mean, it seemed like everyone was confused. So it had to have something to do with the coaching. Yeah. So they got rid of that coach, and that seemed like they identified the problem, and now hopefully they've fixed the problem. Yep. So we'll see. I mean, Colbert and Ward, they both have really good speed. So I mean, they're both rangy players, but and you hope that this new training staff and the people that they brought in from the hockey and all that they can and
keep these guys up.
Yeah,
please.
Yeah, you hope they can keep them upright. But man, this fool that's talking about 4-12 again. What the hell? I mean, what do you go on a computer? You spit some info out. You don't put any thought into it yourself, and you just put it up.
And then you post
come on,
it after
man.
you read it. You read it. What'd you post it up for? And he just got flamed. I don't know. I went back and read it the other day. I started to feel bad. He's in defending himself, and he's saying things like, no, I expect it not to be accurate. I'm just, this is just, well, what'd you put it up there for? Oh, man.
Yeah, well, why couldn't you have looked at it and thought about it a little bit and changed it a little bit and then put your projection on it? I mean, why are you even putting it out there like it's your thing and it's really not, then you're saying,
God. And it's so ludicrous. 1 point loss, 1 point win. 1 point loss, 1 point. Every week, Mike, why are you putting this out?
No, I mean,
God.
just to me, like being all back healthy and all, I mean, having our team starting out the season the way we're going to be starting out, man, that's another 3 to 4 wins right there. Then you go out in the off season, you pick up the best pass rusher in the draft. You pick up the best pass rusher in free agency. You pick up Quan Alexander. You pick up Jason Verrett. I mean, you start stacking these players. That's a couple more wins. So I'm saying, 10-6 sounds like a good record to me.
That's the floor for me. That's
the floor. Yeah, that's right. That's
9 and 7 is unacceptable. I need 10. That's too strong a unit not to do any better than 9. And 10 is it. Anything above that is gravy. But 10-6.
Right. And I was hearing all those scores like 24 to 25 or whatever. No.
Yeah, you read that?
Niners are going to be in the 30s, man.
Oh, not only that. We're going to be giving up 24 points every week? I don't think so.
Hey, that's what he was saying. Yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, that was silly, man. So
Mike, we're
I just
no, go ahead.
Just with all the weapons that Shanahan has now, it's really going to be cool to watch this guy operate with all these weapons because, I mean, man, you're going to see what a sophisticated, how good of a coach he really is because now he's got all these weapons.
He's got the wares. Now he's got the guys he can utilize to make his stuff work. And Robert Saleh basically can just sit back and relax. With the guys he's got on defense now, this is why I'm laughing, and I'm probably wrong for this, but I'm going to say next year I'm going to take credit for this. Say, guys, I told you Saleh's okay. And somebody's going to probably say, Ronbo, you could have ran that defense and had the same result. It's not about Saleh. I'm already ready for it. So when people bring it, I'm ready. Mike, I'll talk to you later this week, huh?
Ronbo, I want to say thank you for all you do, man, for bringing us all together like this, letting us throw our voice in there, and shout out to Trey and Trez and the TNT family, and comes on here and brings up great points, and Dre. It's a great place to go and hang out, and just
great.
Have a great night, and go Niners.
Hey, good stuff, Mikey. Talk to you later. There, that's Marini Mike. All right. Hey, it cannot be Mrs. Rosales' baby boy, Justin. Justin, Justin, what you wear, a medium or a large T-shirt?
I wear a large. I happen to wear a large.
Okay, so we're gonna get you a large J-Dub bunch written right across the front with Jimmy G's face right on there, and you're gonna wear that with pride. J-Dub. I thought I said J-Dub. Anyway, wear a T-shirt with you, J-Dub bunch, and put it right on you, right on there, and you can walk around. You could be the model spokesperson.
I feel like banging my head against the brick wall of China because the Great Wall of China. But yeah, Great Wall of China. It's been a long night. I definitely
Well, I get the gist of it.
Yeah, I've been at work last night. We dealt with some stuff. Police were involved. We've been dealing with that all day. So it's been a
long 24 hours for you. Hey, Justin, though, there's going to be a lot of guys you want to watch. There's a lot of curiosity this year. There's so many guys that other than Jimmy G, that you might want to watch in camp. Who else is going to get your attention as far as who's going to stand? I mean, any number of people. Who do you got in mind?
I'm looking at even though a lot of people don't talk about him, I'm looking at that Justin Skull kid, the one we drafted in the offensive. I'm looking at him. Because I'm looking at him. Maybe he's like an underrated pick. Maybe because sometimes people don't give him enough credit. Maybe he has a chip on his shoulder where he's like, okay, now I got to prove these people wrong.
Oh, wait, Justin, School's like legendary at Vanderbilt. We're talking about a guy who gave up 1 sack, and he's a senior. This dude is bad, actually. He's the fundamentals. He's got to correct a couple, but dude is bad, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Joshua Garnett is in real trouble. Like at this season, he's in real trouble. He's really in trouble because he's got to produce and feed off this rookie. Because if this rookie does well, Garnett might not even make it to the regular seaon. He might be gone.
They play two different positions. School, he's a defensive end, whereas Garnett is still. Listen, I just want to remind you one thing before you continue. Last year, they said they weren't going to re-sign Thomason, and I thought that Thomason had made somebody mad. Few minutes later, we hear Thomason's getting a multi-year deal. Could they be trying to pull that on Garnett to get him to poop or get off the pot? Because he's got the ability to play if he just would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he was drafted in the first round, too. So I guess the expectations are really high. Yeah, we traded up to get him, so the expectations are really high. Has he produced? No, not really. No. Has expectations hit for him? No, not really, because he hasn't produced. We haven't seen anything of him. He's not a Jake Matthews who was drafted with the Falcons in the first round. He's not a Jake Matthews. He's not. He's just. He's not a Brandon Lewin from the defensive tackle of for the Titans. He's got to produce. He's got to protect Jimmy because last year's stats, he did horrible. He lost 8 sacks. That's horrendous. That's horrendous.
You're talking about Joshua Garnett?
Yeah.
Garnett gave up 8 sacks last year?
Yeah, that's what I saw on the stat sheet, that he allowed a lot of sacks.
I didn't even know he played enough to give up 8 sacks. He wasn't on the field but 5 minutes last year. That's amazing. Okay. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying that, I'm looking at that kid. I'm like, I didn't agree with it at first, but then I thought of it. I'm like, okay, maybe they might switch him to position. Maybe they might, push on Jargana. Hey, if you don't produce, we might move him to offensive guard, and you might be out of here. It's just, I don't know. But I do question John Lynch's drafting style a little bit because, these kids are from Reuben Foster was from Alabama, and then Stanford, and then we had a Stanford kid. We had 2 Stanford kids. You got Thomas, and you got Garnett. So I do question his drafting style because he's from that. They're from that college team. They must be really good. I don't think it's necessarily that. I think you have to have the playing style. You have to have the ability to produce, and these players have not produced at all. Thomas hasn't produced at all.
No. You're only spotlighting the guys who haven't produced. And remember, Thomas, the spotlight is still on him now. He's. A lot of rookies take a little longer than others. So you probably got to wait 1 more year before you bring the jury in on him. But Reuben Foster, that was a tremendous mistake. But I think a lot of teams would have made that mistake. He's a good football player.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know he was out of his mind.
Yeah. Well, I think when the first thing the combine the P test, I think we should have just passed on that. Yeah, I think we should have passed on that because I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say judge a person by its cover, but like when you see red flags, like crazy, like Ben Boloware out of Clemson, he had a lot of red flags on him for attitude, missing practices. That's why he went undrafted and still is not signed by any team because of his thing. He was a great linebacker for Clemson. Don't get me wrong. He was a great linebacker, but like off the field, questionable.
Issues.
Everywhere.
I didn't know that about him. All right.
Yeah. So there's a lot of factors into drafting people, but I feel like we need to stop and the free agency. Like I really wish we would stop signing people who just came off of injury. K1. I was a big K1 fan. I'm not gonna lie. I was really shocked when we signed K1. I was really shocked because I didn't think we were gonna get him at all because I was like, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. I thought he was gonna re-sign with Tampa and then Tampa Bay. So I'm like, no. So and Jared McCoy, we do not need him.
Who?
We don't need him.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I after 9 years, I hedged on that too. I said, I don't. He's a good ball player. But I don't know if we really want to sit anybody down on our team to let him play though.
If we do that, it's because K1 probably said, "Hey, can you sign my boy?" Like that's probably all maybe it. But I really don't see it because you gotta let Street and you gotta let DJ Jones produce and train. Yeah, you can't just sign someone. They'll be like, what the hell why do you draft us if you guys are just gonna sign him? And I guess there's no playing time at all, and that's just confusing. I think they will be disrespectful to DJ and Street.
And I think you have to worry about that. It's too much money. You don't want to, and that's one of the things that Garrett Selleck might be in trouble for this year too. Garrett Selleck would probably be the best second tight end next to George Kittle, even though Caden Smith and Ross Dwelle, also Levine Tololo. Garrett's still got the best experience and knows how to work with Jimmy. So, but he's still going to get pushed. But he is in his last year of his contract. He's 30 years old. You know how much money they could save if they just go ahead and let Caden Smith or somebody take that spot over? Mm-hmm. See, so that's why.
Well, that's why I don't understand what we. That's why I don't understand why we re-signed a long snapper. He's suspended for 10 games. I don't understand why we just didn't cut him.
It's his hair. It's his hair, Justin. Everybody loves that hair. You got to have that long snapper.
Yeah, man.
10 games
at this point, if he did a long snapper, put Sourdough Sam on that team. Put Sourdough Sam, okay?
I'd love to see that.
They're really desperate for a long snapper. They got one job. Snap the ball. That's it. Gosh, man, I probably could do it for I could probably do it. God forbid me getting tackled, but I probably could do it. Jesus, man. We do not need.
We got to stop, Justin. I'm gonna look for you somewhere later on in the week. I'm not sure when I'm coming back.
Yeah, I do.
I'm almost sure I'm not gonna be able to stay awake till Friday.
I do want to end with something though. I do want to thank you because I joined the show last year, so this has helped me, concentrate with my essays and get in college. So I do want to thank you for that. Right. And it's been a rough year for me, so I do want to thank you for that. And I want to say my birthday's coming up.
Good.
Yeah.
Anytime I can help another 49er fan. Go ahead.
Yeah. So thank you very much, and I have finals tomorrow, so I'm going to try to get this out of the way.
Justin,
thank you very much.
What was that guy in the movie that's always with You Can Do It? What is that? Who's the guy who played Bobby Boucher? Anyway, Justin's gone. Okay. Hey, Jason.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing tonight again, brother?
Jason,
I told you I'll be here on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. Jason, man, I can't stop bubbling, man. I'm last couple of years, I was hoping more than everything else that we'd be okay. But Jason, this year's ridiculous. I mean, the team is stacked on defense. The offense, all I really wanted last year was Jimmy G. Got him and some more stuff. So you see, if they fail this year, I will be the biggest shocked man. I'll be the most shocked in the world. That's too much muscle. And the reason I tell other 49er fans, man, you're delusional, man. This team's still going to get their butt whooped. Look at other teams first before you talk to me about how bad the 49ers. Look at other teams. And then, I want to see what they say then. Man, everybody ain't stacked like this team. Come on.
No, we're looking really more like Singletary had us looking. You know, Singletary and Nolan and who was that? Scott McLogan was our.
I was going to say McLuhan. Yeah, that's the dude who's bringing bodies in. Yeah.
He's a talented dude, McLogan. I've seen him do some things with the Cleveland Browns. You know, as far as establishing
he was with them for a minute, wasn't he? He went to the Redskins for a minute too.
Yes, and you remember their talent surge. You know, he's really unique in finding pieces of talent.
He just can't stop drinking.
So that's the. I remember when he left our team. It was like undisclosed circumstances. I'm like, well, what the fuck he leave for? And they find out he can't stay out the ball with David Carr.
I bet that was David down there with him. In fact, they had to go down to the bar to fire
bubbly
him.
With him.
Exactly.
Montana's a bum quarterback, and now that I'm on a roll, so is Jim Kelly and Tom Brady. They're all bums. I'm the real deal. Me and Derek Carr are the top 10 quarterbacks. Get out of here, this guy. This big bust. He's a big bust. Big time bust. BTB. Like they got Throwback Thursday, TBT. He's a BTB. Big time bust. Like Matt Leinart. Get out of here, you guy. But, Ronbo, I wanted to ask you something. You're a little older than me, and you played football.
How old are you?
You know, I see you.
Oh
I'm 43. I could tell you like 45-ish, 48-ish. You got wisdom that I could tell you've been around. So,
okay.
In the days of football of the early 80s and prior, because I came along like mid-80s, right?
Yeah.
Were there injuries like now? Like, were there injuries in football like that?
Oh, Jason, you know what? The league has actually put in structured up rules just to keep quarterbacks. Teams were losing their quarterback in the first week of every season.
Oh, back in the day?
4 and 5. Yeah, 4 and 5 teams had no quarterback. So they came up with more rules to protect the quarterback. And since then, they've kept continuing to add more rules to protect the quarterback. And now they went to the next level.
Positions, though?
Yeah, well, so that escalated too after too many players. The NFL's losing money because, Jason, would you attend a game if your team has nobody playing except for the backups? All up and down the lineup.
Right.
So,
I get that. But I'm just working on an angle here as to what is it, the milk that we're not drinking? Like, the injuries are just crazy with sports now. Like, what's going on? I'm thinking maybe, my theory is, I know when I was a kid, we played and shit. Like, we rode bikes, we played tag. We didn't just lift weights and work out. We got swim in the pool all summer. Yeah, we tussled around all the time. Like, what? They're like fragile. Remember Teddy Peasaw or Teddy Ginn? You breathe on him. Then this guy, Ruben today, God bless him. He
devastating.
He steps on the field.
God.
What the? He didn't even really, like, what the? And
Jason,
then I'm sad to say I went.
But just you know how evolution goes, bigger, faster, stronger. Maybe they're hitting harder and doing things a little more vicious.
Jimmy, take Jimmy G. He didn't do nothing but plant the foot.
That's a good point.
It used to take actual hits to put guys. Guys are just getting hurt on freak accidents. The actual turf, the cleats.
Deshaun Watson, the same thing. I don't know. You know what? It could have something to do with diet, though. Some of it, and also some of it's doing flexibility. Some of these guys need to learn. You know who's going to really go be in the IR every week, doing all that muscularity? I mean. Metcalf looks
play
great.
Outside, Ronbo.
But I was just saying, these guys.
They got to go play.
And they also got to learn how to loosen up and get the right amount of rest. All these things come into play,
Yeah, I'm on the Jimmy Ward. I'm in support of Ward.
All right, Jason.
I hear the JW Club.
JW Bunch.
Ward is a tough nut. He's a tough nut, man. I remember Fitzgerald was giving him praise. He's a great player, man, as far as tackling ability. Coverage is not his thing. I see that. But this is the thing, Ronbo. You're a football dude, and I respect your acumen. He's 190 pounds. You can't be in run support like the guy, the Beetle, the Honey Badger guy, Rob Sanders off the Colts. Troy Pomalama he was always you gotta bulk up at that position. At least get him to 205. I mean 190. I'm not scared of him.
I know.
At 190 and run support, I'm running right at this bird.
Right.
So if he's gonna be a true fucking safety, remember how we had Golston and Whitner,
Yeah.
They both were playing interchangeable parts. Speaking of which, remember that guy we got from USC, the biggest bust almost in defensive draft history, Taylor. I can't remember his first name. Oh man. 6'3", 235 pounds. He was
safety.
Not Sean Taylor. A safety. He was like Sean Taylor. I'll get his name later. You know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I couldn't wait till he left. Man.
He ran like a 4.5. He hurdled over buildings in a single bound. He was playing cover.
An athletic freak. No doubt about it. What is Taylor?
I mean, we got some guys.
Trez,
man.
we was talking about him recently. Trez, pop up on the chat. Tell me, who was that dude's name?
Pop up, Trez. Come on. This is bust man. Him and Matt Leinart. I don't know who's the worst. I say Leinart is definitely. You know why Leinart's a bigger bust? Because I'm gonna hate on him a little when I say this.
Who's that?
He pulled the Zion Williamson. He stayed an extra year to avoid us taking him in that draft. I won't forget that shit with him that year.
Taylor.
He was gonna come out. No, I'm talking about Matt Leinart now.
No, I was talking about Taylor. We were talking about Taylor Mays a minute ago.
Mays. That's his name.
Taylor Mays.
And I was just
thanks, Dre.
Yeah, saying how him and Matt Leinart was the they were both respectively big time busts.
Oh.
Because we could have got Matt Leinart if he would have came out. He won the Heisman. I think he won it twice back to back, if I'm not mistaken.
See, that's scary, ain't it?
Let
me give you the right credit. That's CA2 New York City for Taylor Mays. Thanks, fam. Yeah. You know what?
Good looking out. Taylor Mays.
And any player that skips out just to avoid a team drafting him, he ain't got no heart. Because who else was going to do that? Actually, it's funny. Because Josh Rosen was going to do that because he was scared the Browns was going to pick him up. But he didn't do it. But he threatened to do it.
Well, look, if their father was Archie Manning, he could just do what Eli did and say, I'm not going to play for this team. I demand a trade. You got some nepotism going. You get what you want around these parts.
And Archie's calling New York.
In the history of sports.
And Archie's calling
New York.
I
will have none of it. You will take my son off that bum franchise. We will have no such thing. But Ron, I wanted to also, before I go, point out the Mullins. One more thing I wanted to touch on with Mullins and CJ is that I was looking at some more highlights yesterday and today. Mullins had the advantage of also Matt Breida being a force to reckon with by week 9. It was like by week 9, people, just go back and watch how the play action, people were jumping all in the backfield off of a play action because Breida was causing people to be a little nervous back there. I'm just saying. And CJ Breida didn't really establish that kind of threat just yet. But by week 9, the league knew all about Breida. So we were running a lot of play actions with and then quick reads too. So CJ does have to pick up his speed on the read. If it's not there, he's mobile. I don't know why he's standing in the pocket taking all these hits.
And waiting for him to get there.
Better.
Yeah,
just make a Steve Young move. Watch some Steve Young film or something. This guy.
Yeah, he's tough. I think he can take more than one shot too. He's
moving. One of the toughest guys I've seen on the gridiron these days. He takes a lot of hits.
And scary hits.
Gets back in the huddle.
Oh man! You see them slow mos of him going down. Face is all contorted as they tearing him down to the ground. I said, CJ, man, you could stop all that, man. You just taking too much of a whooping, man. Get rid of the ball, throw it out of bounds, do something, but stop standing there taking them kind of beatings, man. That is not healthy. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So
we're stacked, though. We're stacked. I'm just a little concerned with outside linebacker. That's it. But everywhere else, I feel
outside
confident,
linebacker,
even with the safeties.
But
Yes,
wait, Jason.
I don't think D Ford is he's just one guy. Who else
What
we
about?
got?
Oh, you mean as far as
Elijah, the guy.
if he gets hurt? You mean?
We're running the 4-3. We got who we gonna use? Quan, Warner, and D Ford. Is Quan gonna move out to one of the outside linebackers?
You mean in the event that something happens? No, I mean about in the event something happens to D Ford.
We need outside. So in a 4-3, Ronbo.
Yeah.
The outside. There's only one outside linebacker.
I mean,
I thought there were two outside and one
in the base
middle.
package. You got a Sam over there, but are you saying if something happens to D or because like you got
I'm
both?
saying he's our only 9 technique he's the only outside rushing force we have outside of Bosa, which Bosa will be dealing with a lot of right tackles and stunts off right tackles and guards. I'm saying who do we got coming in off the edges other than D Ford?
Well, in that
That's
our
only
package,
concern, I'll say.
Yeah, in that package, I just see D Ford is probably one of the best in the league. I don't know why he'd have a problem. And now if he gets hurt, we got a problem. Well, Bosa can move over there, but then we still
stacked. I'm saying.
Yeah.
To your point earlier, we're stacked. D line was stacked. Defense, interior line was stacked. Defensive end was stacked. We don't
have a lot of guys coming off the edges. That's true. That's true.
We don't have, but you know what? I forgot about the Utah dude. Maybe he's the secret weapon that,
everybody wants to see more of him. Yeah, Talmapinu.
Mapino. Yeah, like he showed that and then he bulked up too. So I'm like, all right, well, let's get him out there.
Yeah, he be
and then
working out.
Contavious Street. I really want to see him recover. I can't find any news on this guy or nothing. Like,
I'm not saying anything, but we'll see him in camp next week. This week, what am I talking about? And we'll find out more about him.
You see any
OTA?
OTA?
Reporters can't wait.
Anybody got any?
Not yet.
Any OTA film?
Tomorrow.
Not yet.
Tomorrow. They didn't let anybody in today.
Ron.
All right, fam. Jason, man, I'm gonna see you
talking
later.
to
All
you,
right.
bro.
All right, fam. Have
All
a
right,
good night.
bro. Have a good one.
Yeah.
You too.
Oh, here we go. Let me and he spelled it out the other day. WELLELLELL. Let me do it. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. A show is show. It show's got the whole theme for you. So, come on in here, man. Hey, J-Rod, we do not need a playmaker at the safety position. We're doing just fine. J-Dub Bunch.
Ronbo, what's up, man?
I'm just sitting there imagining. I don't know who I'm going to watch. Everybody, I says, if you got somebody in particular you're going to be keeping an eye on during the course of this particular time when they're doing drills, right? And, of course, Dante Pettis is probably like on top of my list. I want to see what Nick looks like. But I can't really sell the defensive lineman because defensive linemen, they be kept on a leash. They're not allowed to come in and kill the quarterback, right? So you got to look at other players. I want to see wide receivers, I think, are mostly my thing. So, but what are you thinking?
Well, my brother Trey brought something up last night, and I wanted to piggyback.
Big Show, I don't know where you're at, but your voice is not coming through. I can hear some sound.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Okay, this is better. Okay, that's better. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Yeah, but my brother Trey brought something interesting up last night that I wanted to piggyback up off of who I would like to see on training camp and OTAs and stuff like that, and that's our interior offensive line. That's the spot that I'm the most concerned about with, I agree with Trey. That's the spot I'm most concerned about too, is because we allowed the most pressures to come on from the interior line. And I'm really interested in seeing how Joshua Garnett is going to be performing. And also the undrafted guard that we got from Ronbo. I'm really, really intrigued to see what they both can do.
Oh, I forget about those guys. There's about 2 or 3 of those, isn't there? There's more than one of these undrafted unknowns. Let's see what they look like.
Yeah, and people don't give enough attention to that area of that area on the field because that's who protects our quarterback, and opens up passing lanes and running lanes for our running backs and stuff. That's that most area I'm concerned about coming into this season is our interior offensive line, and those are the two players that I'm really interested and intrigued to see in the OTAs as far as looking at players goes and everything like that. So
you're not going to see anything until they put the pads on. Right
and
now,
of course,
it's all the defense who's going to have the advantage there. But yeah.
And of course, I'm really interested to see how Jordan Matthews performs too. I know people are giving him a lot of flack and they have him not making the team, but I strongly disagree with that. I think he's going to make this team. He's a better playmaker. He's a better polished playmaker, and we went after him in free agency this year. I mean, you know what I mean? You don't just give up on a free agent like that right away.
No, I agree.
When you sign him for $, So
he'll be given a shot. I imagine he'll do well.
Yeah.
I was making a joke. Well, as I say, comparatively, as a matter of fact, you put him up against my boy Kendrick, and I had to say something. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh, and you were talking about CJ Beathard last night, and you were wanting me to come in and explain my case of why I was backing him up.
Stop talking about him.
I think he will give Nick Mullins a run for his money only because CJ didn't have Mike McGlinchey. CJ didn't have Tevin Coleman. CJ didn't have the pass rush that we have now. And CJ didn't have the weapons that we have now. And I think if you put those players in place where CJ was last year, then he can outbeat Nick Mullins hands down easily.
No, wait a minute.
That's why Kyle Shanahan said that the competition is still open. It's not locked in with our number 2 overall quarterback. You know what I mean?
But I just want to have a question. I mean, if indeed you're going to give those, like you say, you surround now the quarterback with a lot better weaponry. He's got running backs galore. He's got more wide receiver options out there. He's got seasoned George Kittle. He's got everything he needs. He should not fail. But how about Nick? By the way, Nick's still going to be able to benefit from that same added arsenal.
I have no question about that. But there's more intangibles that CJ has that are better than Nick Mullins. I mean,
name them. Everybody wants to
know. His deep ball accuracy is a lot better than Nick Mullins.
Okay, true.
He can find open receivers, like especially in short yardage situations. He's really, really good.
Wait. CJ does that better than who?
Nick Mullins.
He finds
and CJ came.
Show. Let's back up just a second. I want to make this clear now. You're saying CJ can locate receivers better than Nick Mullins can in a short yardage situation?
It's not better than equal to Nick Mullins. The only reason why CJ stood back there in the pocket that long is because of our interior offensive line, and we did not have Mike McGlinchey at the time. So you got to take that into consideration.
Didn't miss any games last. Did McGlinchey miss games last year?
No, I'm saying he did not have. CJ did not have Mike McGlinchey when he first started.
You mean the year before?
He was first thrown in.
Year before last.
Yeah.
We had him last year.
So, but he was still too. Mike McGlinchey was still a little too raw, and you know what I mean. He wasn't, and CJ wasn't even playing. It was Nick Mullins that was playing.
No. CJ started out 5 games, as I remember. I mean, remember he lost both games against the Cardinals, San Diego, Green Bay.
He didn't lose both games against the Cardinals. We didn't have anything against the Cardinals. Nobody showed up that entire game. You can't blame that all on that entire game on CJ. Nobody showed up
that
entire
first game. That was CJ standing there doing the Statue of Liberty and trying to figure out who he's going to throw to, and he waited until the Cardinals got there. I thought the Cardinals paid him or something. He waited until the Cardinals got there to beat him to death, take the ball, and run to the end zone. CJ, throw the ball away. If you can think of nothing else
I am
to do,
not blaming
just
that
throw it in the dirt, throw it away, get rid of the ball.
Because nobody, defense, offense, nobody showed up that entire game. We only scored, 15 points that game? Come on, you can't blame that all on CJ.
Well,
nobody made plays. Nobody got open. Nobody. We were trash. We were just straight up trash. That whole entire year, Ronbo. You can't blame that all on CJ.
Okay. Well, what happened?
So I still think he
Green Bay. I'll go along with you on Green Bay.
At winning the backup.
That was the defense that screwed that up.
That's Kyle Shanahan. That's Shanahan's handpicked quarterback. You don't.
Well, so was Joe Williams, was handpicked running back too. Kyle's made a couple of mistakes. As far as personnel goes.
So.
I don't know.
But anyways, that's my 2 cents for tonight.
I give you a cent and a half.
I told you about Ezekiel Elliott looking like he's a part of a prison yard, and lo and behold, he goes up and gets arrested.
And for what he did, is he out on his own reconnaissance today? I mean, you can't throw people over a fence, especially security people. The hell got into him?
You were talking about Gerald McCoy. You were wondering why they moved him in penalty. They saved $13 million in cap space,
right?
And he's 31 years old. He's 31 years old too. So, and they're trying to get younger. So they gotta let him get more in. That's one that we have.
I don't see the 49ers picking up that contract. I mean, if there's anything the 49ers don't need is more linemen. So, yeah.
And we don't really feel like we should have to pay Eric Armstead $9 million. Why would we pay him $13 million? You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense at all.
None to me either.
So the thought of him coming
is just not going to happen. All right, Joe. And listen, Joe, I do
but we do
appreciate
need to pick up. We do need to pick up Eric Berry. I still don't understand why.
That's definitely.
Our safety.
I can go along with that.
Our safety area is another concern that I have. I don't really can't see, but our safety. I can't see anybody in OTAs that's worth the time looking at. So that's we need to sign that man.
We do. All right. But Joe, I loved your defense of C.J. Beathard versus Nick Mullins. I am going to echo that for a while. You know that, don't you? I love your show. But you are full-on entertainment at all times. Your reasoning is epic. I'll see you later on in the week, okay? And on Twitter. Did you get rid of the show before I could say goodbye? Tyler!
My man.
Tyler.
Big Show is a crazy
Did you hear that defense? None of that was
He made
CJ's.
the stupidest points, man. Let me break this down for you.
Please.
Does he not realize Nick Mullins would have the same exact weaponry that C.J. Beathard would have?
He did.
Nick Mullins
out there.
Looked better.
Yeah.
Yeah, C.J. Beathard played 5 games last year. He did not look good. He lost the Arizona Cardinals twice, and yes, both those games were his fault. Don't give me this crap. They weren't his fault, because if you actually look, he's like, we were just complete garbage. Oh yeah, then why'd they start playing better when Mullins came in? And why'd they look much better when Garoppolo was playing at the beginning of the year? Now, you look at it, Beathard against the Cardinals, that dude's running wide open. We saw the film. Dude's running wide open down the field, and he's, like you said, Statue of Liberty. Stood there, took the sack.
And why does CJ have to hold the ball up so high? CJ? People keep it right here or something. Oh.
Yeah. Then and also the point that, look, Nick is 6'1", and it's weird because CJ and Jimmy, they're both 6'2", but they look so much bigger than Nick Mullins.
I know they do, don't they?
Strange thing.
Somebody's lying.
Like 1 inch.
Nick's
1
probably
inch taller,
5'11".
but they look so much taller, you know? So it's kind of weird. But anyway, the point that CJ has a better deep ball and Nick doesn't. It's like, yeah, it's because of their height. Nick doesn't have the time or the space to throw a deep ball. So if he was CJ's height or Jimmy's height, which they're both 6'2", but I feel like Jimmy's a little taller. But if he was that height, he would be able to throw a deep ball. But since he's 6'1", he can only go really kind of mid-range and short passing games. So
I don't know if that's good because Russell Wilson's not very tall. He goes downfield all the time. As does
but
Drew
he's
Brees.
Scrambling all over the place before he throws.
Yeah, but still, I mean, the thing is, can they see? I worry about CJ's vision. I want to ask him, so CJ, maybe wear a pair of glasses or something out there. I mean, don't wear glasses, wear contacts. But CJ, can you see these guys running free and open?
You know what's pretty funny?
You know, what?
You know what's pretty funny? What's his name? There's this college, Joe Klatt. He was talking to Colin Cowherd, and then Cowherd was like, well, Kyler Murray's 5'11". I'm just worried that he could see. And Joe Klatt's like, don't give me this crap of he needs to see. He doesn't need to see. He has the accuracy and he knows where his receiver is going to be. Don't give me this crap of, he needs to see. And I was like, oh.
I don't know why anybody would say that. You know, those guys, they're good at finding lanes to throw into. Because like you say, they can move and they'll find an avenue to throw down.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. He's saying he's going to primarily be in the shotgun, and he's going to have room to scramble. So he goes, but I just thought it was funny that Joe Klatt, I mean, I like Joe Klatt. I thought it was funny. He's like, don't give me this crap of, he needs to see. He doesn't need to see. I'm like, what?
He's joking. There's a lot of jokes going on in the NFL right now.
He seems serious. He seems serious, but the way he explained it was different, but pretty funny. But anyway, it's clear when you watch these two guys, Nick is way more confident. Like, look, I like CJ. I think he has some intangibles. Yeah. But I don't think I just don't think he's a starting quarterback. Like, look this isn't a great way to judge, but look no further than his record as a starter in the NFL.
He's won. How many games has he played so far?
He's won. I think he's won like 2 games. Maybe
has he played
1 game.
8 or 9 or 10 games so far, I think?
Yeah, he's only won 1 game against the Giants, I think.
Yeah, I know. How many games has he played in total? He played 5 last year. How many games did he play before the year before?
He played like 8 games or 7 games.
Did he play almost half a season? No, he couldn't
play
play
like 7 or 8 games, I believe.
Yeah, because remember Jimmy came on to play the last.
Okay, he played 5, 6, or 7. It's either 5, 6, or 7. Okay, so Hoyer played.
I forgot about Hoyer.
5.
Yeah, forget about Hoyer.
So CJ played 6.
At least, right? So that's 11 games for CJ, and he's won 1 of 11.
Yeah, he's 1 in 10 as a starter.
1 in 10, yeah, somewhere in there, yeah, 1 in 10. So that's why you got to say. Big show. I mean, come
Nick's
on, man.
a better quarterback.
You're right. It doesn't
look no further. No further than you could tell his confidence. He has ties to Brett Favre. He has talked to Brett Favre.
Yeah.
He has kind of that young gunslinger type attitude. And also, you see that video of him just getting after it in the offseason, working on his throws and everything.
Yeah,
so
he's
his work ethic
strong
too.
Shots too. Tony, we only got a minute to go here. Well, who are you spotlighting here in camp? Who do you think is going to step up and step out away from the crowd?
Well, I just want to ask you first: was Jimmy out there today?
You know what? I'm not. No reports. I was scanning around. I didn't see any news, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was, but I don't know what capacity.
I'm sure he's limited, but he's out there throwing. I'm sure. But anyway, I'm interested to see Deebo Samuel and Jalen Hurd. I think I watched Jalen Hurd. Man, I like him a lot. I think just the number of things he could do. You can really look at all these weapons Shanahan's got. You can put them all over the field and just exploit a defense. But like you said, Line Coleman up out at wide receiver at one side. Then you got McKinnon and Breida in the backfield. Then you got Jalen Hurd out in the slot. And then the defense is like, I don't know where they're going with this. They fake 2 reverses and then flip it to Breida. and gone.
Oh man,
you know?
I just love this idea of this offense, man. This is why there's no holding back. I've been ridiculous in the last 2 years talking about the 49ers, what they're going to do.
Plus we could throw, if we need to, we can throw Jalen Hurd back there. If we get to our fourth one and Mostert gets hurt,
that's the best thing right there. That's it, Tyler. If I put Jalen Hurd standing next to Jimmy, what do you think he's going to do? You have no idea what he's going to do. So now, I got that DC sitting there saying, "Oh Jesus, call timeout."
Think about it, man.
Just
we
call
got
timeout.
everything.
We'll see, and call another timeout too. I gotta think about this for a minute.
Yeah. And think about this. I'm just gonna say one more thing, and then I'll get out of here.
Right.
Think about it. We got our offense. We got so many weapons now. Our defense. We got our edge rushers. That's basically all we needed. We're gonna have a lot of pressure up front, and plus, we're gonna be giving our defense help and our offense help, because not only will if need be that we have to punt, Wisnowski's going to put that ball back there, and it's going to help the defense out. And then our defense gets help. That sets the other team to punt when they're backed up, setting our offense up. And Shanahan's offense don't need help.
No.
You're going to give him help?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's what
this is going to be a great year.
And the first
this is going to be really.
It's fun, excitement.
It's just it's set up for our success. We get a prime chance to start out 2-0 and give us confidence going in to play the Steelers. And then a couple weeks later, we play the Browns, and it's just going to be good. I feel like we got so much potential, so many weapons. It's going to be such a great thing.
Oh, God.
Sports science guys, I believe in those guys, man.
And you should. There's a way people running around.
They're making them
so
stronger.
worried.
You can tell.
They're thinking about, we're not going to do this. What about injuries? And
4 wins. ESPN, really? Really? We did that with a bunch of backups last year. We should triple that.
Even the dude knew he should have put that up there. People, you saw me over on Twitter.
We'll be near to tripling that this year.
Oh.
If not tripling it.
Yeah. Anyway, hey, Tyler, see you later on this week, man. Have a good week. Between now and next time. Because I don't know what's day. It could be Thursday.
CM Punk says, Niner Empire, Niner for life. Forever faithful. Jimmy G, stay away from them hoes. Protect yourself. Niner Empire. Forever faithful.
Yeah.
Ronbo Sports. Big Show. Stop talking. Pipe bomb.
One thing we want, though, is his show to come back soon with more explanations. I enjoyed that. Oh, Nighthawk!
What's up?
Nighthawk, it's that time. Things are full in motion now. Guys got to be out there running drills, Nighthawk. Yes. Nighthawk, have you thought about who you're interested in seeing, how far they've come since last year, or any new developments like Deebo Samuel and Jalen Hurd, Mike Wishnowski, or anybody on defense like D Ford? Although right now, you can't really look at the defensive guys or the offensive guys because they ain't wearing no pads. Linemen don't. There's nothing to see. But wide receivers, running backs a little bit, and the accuracy of our quarterbacks. Who you like? Who you like, Nighthawk?
Okay. For receiver, I like that two. Who's that name again? You said. I keep announcing. I have.
Let me give you. We got new guys. We got Deebo. We got Jalen Hurd.
Yeah, Deebo.
Yeah.
And what's the other guy we drafted? Jalen
Hurd. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And don't forget, last year you got Dante Pettis. Is he looking like a little different this year? Is he looking bigger and stronger? Is he looking confident and cocky?
Yeah, and they keep him too. Yeah, I think Pettis is good.
Actually, Pettis is better than people even know.
I like him too. So, I mean, and then I also like Goodman.
Yeah, Goodman. Yeah, Marquise has got a. You know what I like about Nighthawk this year? Marquise Goodman is actually being threatened by Pettis, Samuel, anybody. Marquise. I got a feeling it's going to turn him up to the next level. If Marquise stays healthy, it's going to be very funny to see. Indeed, what he does about this pressure, about these threats. because he still runs a 4.2 something. When you can run that fast, people want to see if you can keep that job, and I believe he can.
I'll keep him, but Richard James might leave. We might cut Richard James.
Yeah, Richie's got a real challenge. Because Trent Taylor's still out there, and I know Wes Welker's working on Trent Taylor day and night. Man, you got Kendrick Bourne's out there against Big Show's guy Jordan Matthews. Big Show.
Yeah, I think Richard James might not make the team.
Well, we gotta wait and see because he may have a lot of heart. We say him because he's the last guy to come in, and maybe he's at a disadvantage. I don't know though. Dude may have some dog in him because we already know he got some dog in him. But can he bring the dog to the field big and bad enough to win a spot?
Well,
that's the thing.
I mean, they got to cut somebody. I don't know who they're going to cut.
I know. I don't know. We got this Sean Poindexter, also somebody who probably should have been drafted from what I can see. Oh, that's going to be some competition. It's crazy out there, Nighthawk. Crazy.
And I think Boston might get Rookie of the Year.
Well, there's some people who think he's a candidate. We'll see. And he's got a lot of help out there to make it possible for him too. He ain't got to be the man. He can be one of the men. So it makes it easier for him, actually.
Yeah, and then we got to play the Skins. We got to play against Ruben Foster.
No. Oh, Nighthawk, you didn't know? Oh, let me tell you. Ruben went out there today and was hurt on the very first play. Ruben is out with a torn ACL. He will not be back this year. Nighthawk, it was so bad, they say he may have had artery damage in that tear. So he's kind of like, yeah, it's real serious. It's like Smith. I forget his first name, Smith over in Dallas. It's real bad.
So he's out for the whole season.
Oh, God, yes. He is definitely out for the whole season. But I don't hate Ruben. I hope he gets better. I was hoping he's going to play this year because I wanted to play against him.
Yeah, but he's always injured. See what I mean?
And usually it's just go to the blue tent, they let him rest up a minute, and he comes back. He ain't coming back from this one. Ruben's seriously hurt. Anyway, he's I don't know. I feel bad. I don't know what he's thinking right now. Ruben's probably psychologically, his mind is probably just, maybe he's thinking, no, I'll be back. I'll heal up from this. I'll be back. I don't know if he's ever had an injury like that before, though. He tore his shoulder up, and he came back from that okay. So we'll see about his knee. Man.
Yeah.
But anyway, Nighthawk, tell you what I'm going to do, man.
He didn't get in the field yet.
Nighthawk, I missed that. Say it again.
I said he didn't get in the field yet.
And already got hurt. Yep. Yeah, I know. That sucks. Ruben. All right. Now I'm gonna get a shout out and see you later on this week, huh? Are you ready?
Yeah.
For the Nighthawk.
Before I go, hit that like. Nighthawk is out.
Thanks, Nighthawk. See you later, fam. Uh-oh. And now, he is said to be the second richest man on the planet, owning oil holdings that go into numbers we can't even mention. He goes by the name of the Iron Sheik. Sheik.
Ronbo!
Shake!
You're the diamond in the rough, baby. You're the diamond in the rough. You got the 3 wishes. What 3 wishes does Ronbo Sports want for the 49ers?
Oh.
That's the question I have for you.
Number 1, please keep all my guys on the field for all 16 games. I can guarantee you the rest of the NFL will pay with serious pain. Ooh, and make Dante Pettis reach his potential now, not next year. Now! And what else would I have? Yes. Make
Number
sure
2.
and make sure that Kyle Shanahan gets Coach of the Year! Yes, my man, Coy!
yes. Ronbo, that's awesome, man. Hey, you're doing a great thing, Ronbo. Your platform is amazing. The callers are amazing. And the 49er fever is getting a little, it's getting a little stuffy. The heat is on. The heat is on.
It's getting ready. It's getting ready to get feverish hot. I'm telling you, hey, you're right. It's probably going to be red and gold fever. Sheik, you and I and a lot of others are not going to appreciate the mad dash to be a 49er fan. But, we can still say we are firmly married and committed to this marriage with the 49ers as we endured the pain, the suffering, and we still stood around, die hard as can be. So do not talk to us about the red and gold. You sit in the back of the bus. We'll sit in the front.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir. That's how you do it, baby. The thing is, Ronbo, people say, oh, that's the 49ers. Well, let me the 49ers.
Sheik, your sound. You sound distant.
Oh, is it better? Is it better?
Go ahead. Yeah, it sounds a little better.
Oh, okay.
That's great. Right there. All right, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So what I was trying to say is the 49ers, people say, oh, we should stick Reuben Foster around. Hello?
Oh.
He doesn't, we don't call him Blue Tent Foster for no reason.
Reuben! God! He was always holding his ankles or his legs. Or, hey, you heard the Sean joke earlier?
I feel bad. It's bad.
Yeah, it is. But you hear the Sean joke earlier? I couldn't stop laughing. Sean says, you heard about Reuben, right? Yeah. Well, as he went down, of course, you and I know it was his leg injury now, but when Reuben went down, they said he was grabbing his shoulder. That's just mean.
Oh, man.
There's going to be some mimes out there saying, Foster goes down with a knee injury, and their shoulder, Reuben holding his shoulder. Ah!
I got something better. I got some. Put the children on the side, guys. Put the children on the guys. He's grabbing his nuts. The goddamn it, that girl freaked me over.
Sheik, that's terrible. Sheik.
All right, hey, kids, come back.
Yeah. Sheik didn't mean it. Sheik, also I enjoyed the Debo and Russell Wilson card of mine. That was pretty good.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Look, Debo, I got a ring. Debo looks at me. What ring?
What ring?
That's
the thing about Niall Phantom. Jersey Joe does it as well. I do a shout out to Jersey
I know Jersey
Joe.
man.
Shout out to my boy Jersey Joe.
So sick.
He's a funny guy, isn't he? We all love that Jersey Joe.
Where's he been lately? I haven't seen him up there. And he hasn't set me up to read things, knowing that if I read it, it's going to come out absolutely non-PC. I haven't seen it in a while. Oh, God. You know about his auntie, right?
He's plotting.
Yeah. You know about his auntie, right? Miss Stitz.
No, I don't.
So, anyway, I'll tell you about it.
What about his
Sheik, you know what? I realize we're running out of time.
Yeah,
Before we do, though, you got to tell us about who are you spotlighting as far as camp to be the standout, the guy that comes out all of a sudden and everybody says, oh, what do we got here? Who is that in your mind?
I'm going to go with my guy, that guy in 2017, my ride or die homie, Trez Sprinkle. I'm going to go with, just like he said it as well, I'm going to go with Weatherspoon, Sacramento native. I'm going to go because he's going to come and ball out. You know, he had a down sophomore year, but he's going to come out learning from the best Sherman. I don't know why he's underrated. I don't know why, but damn. But that guy, Spoon, is going to have a great year because they're going to go at him, and he's going to bring it. Because now we have the defensive line, the pass rush that we need to get these picks. Not just 2. We're going to have way more than a dozen.
Can't wait. We're going to see something like that's the part of the thing we've not seen in a long time. Actual INTs. When's the last time we got to see INTs? About fumbles.
I know. Pick 6.
Yes.
Oh, man, we only had 1 last year. That's it. And he was a backup.
Awful. That's awful.
It is. But we got to look at the bright side. We got these weapons coming in, Ronbo, and we're ready to go. And I know you're going to close up shop, Ronbo, but, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that calls in. Shout out to the chat room. Shout out to the Nile Fan Club. We're here. 49ers red and gold every day.
And we can make the claim that we've been here the whole time, too. I like that part.
Yes. And in 34-3, hey, Raiders, bye. You guys shipped yet?
Hey, also, Sheik, we want to ask all the Dallas Cowboy fans that are hanging around here bothering us, do you guys have any connection as to how we could reach Zeke? Can we send him maybe a tweet or something? Does he have at least an iPad while he's being incarcerated?
Go pay Dak, by the way, too, with that 35 unaccurate his ass that David Carr schooled him in that little drill they did. So pay that man, please, Cowboy. Good job, guys.
This is so much fun picking at these guys. Oh, God. Anyway.
Well, Ronbo, let me just do my thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Tyler, get off those jerseys and get off my big show, man. But faithful, hit that like for Ronbo Soap. Sub, share, download his app, subscribe to his app.
Thanks, Joe. Did she just put out the pipe bomb? Night, Jake. Oh, God. Hey, King Joe. Thanks, fam. I love the emoji, too. I've never seen that emoji before. Oh, God. And, oh, God, I'm so glad you're Hulkamaniac. Come on in here, man. Oh, where's Bosch? Hulk. Hulk, I know you're awake. Your timing was too good.
That was my Bashar impression.
I guess you already heard Bashar. That was too silly. He came in. I gotta tell you, the Hulk, he had your inflections and everything. I mean, that was crazy.
Oh, no, I heard him. I told him I'd get him back.
That's so much fun. Hey, Hulk, listen, man, I'm telling you right now, there's some guys in camp that it's fun to call who's going to be the bad butt right now, right? Because I already figure I got wide receivers. I see Dante Pettis is going to hold another clinic this year as he did this time last year. And this year he'll be more confident. He's probably put on a little weight. He's had more time to polish for this instead of the combine and things like that. I'm looking for a bust-out season from Dante, just like everybody else in the front office is. Who else do I? Debo Samuel, I want to see what he looks like against guys like Richard Sherman and Jason Verrett. But what are you thinking?
I'd like to see, my boy, of course, Jalen Hurd. But
yeah, right. And Jalen, exactly. Wide receivers, maybe all of them.
I want to see Caden Smith. Ronbo, he led the whole tight end class in deep throw receptions?
Caden? Well, that's really bizarre, isn't it? Caden's not known for just burning up this, changing shoes between snaps because he burns them up moving so fast, which is that means he's got a gift, for being open.
40 yards or more, 7 deep balls.
Wow. In one.
27 slot receptions, and he had 105 targets, which was a 66 catch.
That's well over half. That's impressive. 49ers picked him up for that. They're probably watching him too, because the Niners don't miss anything. Because I didn't even know who Hurd was. You did. And Caden Smith, I thought we were actually done with Stanford products. I didn't know, but I just know, man, this is like, we'll see.
I know they're not in pads yet, but I still have faith in Solomon Thomas.
Yeah, and we all should. Some guys take a little longer than others to get where they're going. You know, that guy Frank Clark.
Well, I mean, he's gonna be an actual defensive tackle now. He's not gonna be.
Yeah, let him play. Stop playing him out of position. Because Frank Clark was not a demon his first 2-3 years. Frank Clark was good last year and he was great this past year. Some guys just take a little longer, and because we have a thing about rookies come in 5 minutes after they're get bust. Oh, come on. Can you give this kid 5 minutes? God, we love to yell bust. I wonder if all fan bases do that to their players. Maybe. But we're the best. We can't wait to call a guy a bust. And people are already calling Jimmy G a bust. I'm reading this guy's. You know what? Good thing we got Nick Mullins, because Jimmy G's a bust. What about Jimmy G reminds you of a bust? I don't get it. And
if he's
usually
a bust,
you get some strange answer.
Why did Belichick want to keep him if he's a bust?
I don't get it. I don't know where that thinking is coming from. I don't get it. I always ask people questions about that when I see the post. Every now and then I just can't resist. I got to ask them, what about winning 5 games straight in the NFL? You know what kind of answer I really love, my favorite? Oh, that's because all those teams, they already knew what there was. It was the last 5 games of the season. They already made the playoffs. They didn't care. Dude, you never played this game, did you? Nobody plays football and does not care. You can get hurt out there not caring. You can't half-speed football, okay? Just to let you know.
Jags cared because it was a T-shirt game.
I know. Jacksonville knew they were going to win that game. That was the problem, see? And they forgot to bust butt. They didn't know Jimmy. And besides that, don't inspire a team. He's talking bringing your hats and T-shirts and setting the boxes on the sideline while we're trying to play. I see that. If I'm on the other team, I'm going to play my best game of my career now. Why fire people up? Stupid.
Yeah.
Never disrespect your opponent. I learned that in martial arts a long time ago. I don't care. Even if you're fighting a girl, you better respect her, because if she's standing next to you, she's probably been training. All right? So, just dumb. Love it. Man. So you got Jalen Hurd. Any guys that nobody would think about that are worth watching?
Greg Greenlaw?
Yes. I like about you, Hulk, man. Hulk brings up names and stuff. Although they mentioned before, but Dre Greenlaw, he's like the 49ers, the fan base's savior. We don't want Malcolm Smith out there putting the team's defense in jeopardy, right? This guy Greenlaw can cover. He's a run and chase guy. If anybody escapes the pocket, he's going to be right on him. He's got good speed. A lot of good things.
Think about Ronbo. If we still had Reuben Foster, we wouldn't have got Quan Alexander or Greenlaw in the draft.
I know, right? So it's kind of...
We would have been screwed again.
Yeah. Because Foster would have been laying out there hurt. And if he wouldn't have got hurt in once, he was going to get hurt anyway. Fam, I'm telling you what, Hulk, man, it's always a pleasure to hear, man. It's just something fun about your voice, man. You bring that kind of a... what is that? When you listen to certain announcers on the air, they bring that comfort to the game. You ought to be... you'd be better than Jason Witten, I'm sure. Poor Jason. They say he left the booth because people were giving him flack about his coverage of the games.
Yeah, he wasn't doing too good.
Anyway, Hulk, I'll see you later on in the week, huh?
All right.
All right, man. Yes, indeed. And also J-Dub Bunch. I can't get any support other than our small clique of bodies to say, J-Dub Bunch! bunch. Fam. Oh, Big Heck. Niners! Mario P. last year was there's something that's connected. Was a I think anyway. This is a whole new season, and we will see does what. Who will see? We'll see who does what. I guess. Okay. Mario P. It is, man. It's a new day in San Francisco and Santa Clara, man. This team's got guns, and I'm not talking coming in with any 38. These guys are coming in with. I'm talking Glocks, AKs. I mean, look at Jack Delmark Jr. This is Jack Delmark. Jack Delmar Hemet. This is another spot, I think it's here. California. Go Niners. Peace out and God bless all. Jack, have a great night, too. And it's Brian Culp. Shout out to the Culp family. I love you guys, man. And Joseph L. Baby. What's good? What's good, Joseph? James Oliveira. This is Jimmy Ward fan. Hey, James, I got another member of the J Dub Bunch. He says, Jimmy Ward here, fan here. I watched him balled out this year, playing in his natural position. The position he was drafted for, Trent, bulky, instead of putting him everywhere but where he's supposed to be. Go, J-Job, anywhere from 2 to 4. Oh, I must be talking about INDs. Rico Styles, what's up? Love the Niners. What about Hurd? Agreed. Eyes on him. Eyes on him. That 6'5" can move like a man 5'11". He says, I think he'll be good. I think you're right, too. Chris Barker. I think Marcel Harris is better than Jimmy Ward. They played 2 different positions, okay? Marcel's going to be down there working Kwaski T, Jimmy's best friend from childhood. And Daniel Andre wants everybody to know I'm not a Salah fan at all, but waiting for him to prove me wrong. But if he proves me right, I will be happy. No, Daniel. If he proves you right, no. You don't want to be happy about the defense struggling. Oh. Anyway, I got to tell you guys, like I said before, I can't even take no credit for it later. That defense is not going to need a lot of help. All they need to be told is where to what position to be in. They'll take it from there. Ron Jeremy. Now, see, if you know what that name is, and I'm not going to say anything more, but if you know who Ron Jeremy is, you're a bad person. The NFC West is going to be a special one this year. Green. Jim Thorogood says, hey, Rob, pay attention to how the Pats do without Gronk. I know, right? Didn't the Pats pick up somebody else? Oh, they picked up N'Keal Harry. I don't know if N'Keal Harry is equal to Gronk, though. Michael Hang, hey, it's the bonuses that they want. You're talking about the bonuses, right? Yeah. We're going to see about that. I got 49ers. But you know what? The 49ers, I don't think Parag will have a problem putting in incentive bonuses if they need that. Brian Coates says, Cat CJ get traded to the Patriots and replace Tom Brady. Bill Belichick wins another Super Bowl. But with CJ this time, the 49ers will keep 3 quarterbacks this year. We need 3 quarterbacks. Brian, you could be right. I don't know. It's really hard to tell what they're going to do because they've never not kept 3 before, but there's always one on the practice squad. Will they do that or not? Carlos Lopez, Niners! Mike Rodriguez, this is up. I just want to say thank you for the Niners shout-out yesterday from my daughter. Hey, they just graduated. My whole family is now a Ronbo sports fan. Thanks to the Rodriguez family. Hey, he says, they thought that was cool as hell. Hey, love you guys, man, and congratulations to baby girl getting past that first-level institution. And Horatio Flores, Breda is a beast. True, man. I'm telling you, man, I can watch that boy run the zone stretch all day long. I love when he does that. Mr. 16, Downey, Montana. Sup and the Niners Empire checking in from the 818. Do we do this? And Rico Stasas. Thanks for the Niners. Yes, my Niner bro. I really love this show. Thanks, Rico. But I think my guys are Debo and Hurd. Plus, I also like that punter. Everybody, my man. Mitch Wish is going to take the whole league by storm. Watch see. I really think they're going to use him to confuse and abuse. Every time they run at him, goes to kick it. As soon as they relax, takes off. I can already see it. And rescue for Niner family. I am sorry. I am from Oregon. I love the Blazers. Don't judge me. It's okay. The Warriors are big bullies these days, you know, which is what I hope the 49ers become. Oh, God. What's Big Show talking about there? He says, I don't want to hear any flack on my support for CJ. When your crew is supporting one of the worst safeties in the league, unlike J-Dub, CJ can take hits and get off his ass and still play. And Show, you know what I'm going to do? 15 yards on the Big Show. That was a personal foul. Automatic first down, J-Dub bunch. Show, when you get back in it, I'll be ready for you next time, man. Fam, hey, hit that like. I got to get up on out of the street, and I look forward to seeing you. And maybe before the week's over, I can't stand it. I miss you. Hit the like. Niners!